There we go. Let's go look. Got a tripod going. Got a video going. No one's watching yet. Who cares? All right. This is actual JoshCast live. Oh, people are typing in the chat already. There it is. People are.
We're not going to be able to read it, but.
Well, no, you have to go to your phone.
Oh.
If you go to your phone and you go to the Josh, this is going to be great. All of us should just play.
I'm going to do that.
And,
my phone out.
But I can read the chat to you. We don't have to.
I'll be there.
3 people are watching right now.
We're 1 of 2.
And
feedback loop.
So we have Kurt Russell, he's the guy, not the actor, the actual actor. He's the guy who listens to all the JoshCast episodes.
I like Kurt Russell.
Yeah, we have Cigar Face. These are all MGTOW guys. And God XVI. I am a tripod, he says.
16.
So how do we fix this camera angle? Well, look at this. Hold on, no, I just saw it before we... Gangster talk, right? I just saw it before we... Here it is. See how it's... We gotta put it more to the left or to the right?
More towards me, so...
To the left. Yeah. To the left, to the left. Alright, let me see if I can do this without knocking this over. That should be a little better.
I typed in Josh Jacoboo and it gave me no results.
Well, that's the comedy world. I mean, that's the way I plan to keep it. I actually don't need this voice.
You're being shadow banned.
But I brought it, so...
Underground, knew us before we were big.
You're slightly left, right of left, and they censored you.
Whatever, listen, let's start the show here. Bill Miller to my right here, he's been on the show before. And Willy, I use your name Willy Fritz.
Sure.
Well, because I don't want you to lose your job one day. So I try to protect people's identity. But we're here, guys. We haven't done a live one in a while. And start out by talking about, used to or involved in this, you guys dress up in video game costumes and try to make a bunch of incels laugh. And many suburban areas, like far away, Exxon, PA, and many places.
The Too Many Games video game convention. The guy who organizes the roast got us in, and we just have to we roast video game characters, so it'll be like the roast of Mario or the roast of Sonic. I played such lovable characters as Hagar from Final Fight and a Tetris block.
Very obscure characters you'd like to come up with.
Hagar's that big fucking strapping
Beefy
fellow, right?
Yeah, Hagar gets all the trim.
What's your best roast joke against Super Mario?
I forget. I can't do it when I'm out of the costume and the character. I'm that committed.
Someone wants to know how tall you are, Bill. What's your exact height?
I'm 6'2".
Someone says you're 9'4".
I'm 6'2".
Yeah, he's 9'4". It says here on the chat.
He's 9'4".
No, you're 9'4".
Oh, I'm pretty big.
Yeah.
But my favorite roast against Super Mario is I like to compare him with Andy Dufresne as a shit crawling motherfucker as he goes through all them tubes.
Guys, this is video game talk. But also, so the name of that is called Deus of Thunder.
Yeah.
And also they do drinking and gaming.
Yeah.
Drunken gaming.
Drunken and ampersand.
Gaming. And you did 2 of these, and you got first time you puked, and then the second time you puked.
I puked both times.
The first time because you didn't eat, and the second time, why was it?
I didn't eat.
So I think you're doing this on purpose for views.
Yeah, I want to puke for the camera.
That's pretty cool.
It's good. If you're watching YouTube and someone's not puking, then you're not watching YouTube for very long.
Yeah, but they don't show the puke though, so it's kind of...
Yeah, it pisses me off actually.
They should show it, right?
I'm like, guys, videotape me puking. Like, what the fuck? And I got puke coming out of my nose, and they're like, no, ew, no one wants. I'm like, everyone wants to see that.
And Will's going to be doing his first one tomorrow night. He's going to be a part of it. He was kind of left out for a little while, but they finally invited him, so he's going to
Yeah, because the idea too, it's like, yeah, just come over and drink till you're sick, and then play some shitty video games. Like, I've got good games at home, and
we're not playing them. We don't play the good games.
And good liquor. Like, I don't.
No, we don't have good liquor either.
I feel it sounds like kind of like a middle-age crisis thing to do. like Jason Hazelwood's kind of going like this middle-age crisis. Like, I'm gonna invite my young friends over from the cabaret, and we're gonna get pounded, play some video games. Yeah, let's do it, man.
We'll play the Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
I don't
By
know.
the way, the Bluetooth speaker is attached, so if anybody wants to send in a donation of something offensive, it will play. And we're in a showroom. There's no audience here, obviously. There's like 8 people out at the bar, just regulars. They don't give a crap. They're just regulars hanging out. It's just us 3 in an empty room.
Ann Smith will be here any minute now.
I'm pretty sure.
Global medium.
I'm pretty sure Ann Smith is Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah.
Justice Ruth Bader.
Normally at the end of every comedy performance here, a comediess by the name of Ann Smith comes, and yes, she looks like Ruth Bader Ginsburg if she was like a homeless lady with dementia and just mumbles and talks.
Well, she chews gum. She's on medication. She wears sunglasses. She chews gum, and she's like, blah, 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 that. And she's also away from the microphone, so everyone's kind of like leaning in, like, what is this? And people like to walk out of her set, but I always stay. There's been times when I'm the only person in the room watching her. She's the only female comic that makes me laugh. And then she does a song at the end. She brings out this little tape cassette, little boot box, but she puts it in a plastic ShopRite bag. It's a disaster. I love watching people see her for the first time.
We can pump music in like no problem. Like you want to play a song, like Dave Dingwall does that shit all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, play the music. We can just have that song play for her, but she brings her own. She's DIY.
Yeah.
Well, before they updated the sound system here, it used to be a tape cassette.
Really?
Now there's no tape cassette, so she used to give the tape cassette to Darren. He would pop it in. She would hit the cue. And then she'd play. But now they updated it. Now they have CD, guys. It only took them about 18 years.
Yeah, I was trying to look for the aux cable to hook it into my phone when I was running it, and I guess I better bring a CD next time.
Well, listen, that's all we have.
No!
Sorry! I wanted these guys to come out for 6 minutes. You all been jackabooed. No, well, listen, Bill runs an open mic at the Andalusia Bar and Grill every last Friday. No, nobody's really from Pennsylvania on this channel, so you won't come out. But the last 2 months has been kind of about going down.
Oh,
you think it's because now that Bill didn't put a role in? It makes sense. These kids, and they're great. Like this one guy brings his 3 sisters, and they laugh at all my fucked up stuff. So I love them. They're good kids. And they've been bringing outside drinks, and that's a fucked up thing for the business, So Bill probably put on his social media, hey, you guys can't bring in outside drinks. It's not good for the bar. You gotta start by. And last month they didn't come out, and they were like our main supporters. So it was like 3 audience members, only 4 comics. It was still a fun night, but it's been going. I hope this open mic can last through the summer because I plan for this open mic to be once this place closes down, my summer open mic.
Where is your audience from? Did donde es nosotros baños?
Okay. I don't know what you said.
I don't know, but where are your chat people?
Oh, they're right here. Oh, I don't know where they're from. They're all from all over the place. Some guys are from different countries, which is pretty cool, believe it or not. I don't know if they're on this channel.
Globalism.
Well,
oh no!
Oh, mamma mia!
That was not done on purpose, or maybe it was.
No, that was done for the European audience.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, don't sit too close to the
Sorry about
stage.
that.
The French love physical.
I didn't
comedy.
spill a drop. My dad would be proud.
What woman isn't on medication? See, these MGTOW guys are so angry.
Well,
Oh no, not the spinning wheel of buff. I don't know what that means.
That means it's
somebody's
buffering.
Oh, it is.
That's,
Yeah, so that means
people-
Bill fell out of his chair for nothing.
And yeah, you just saw him just cut to the floor like magic teleportation.
That's why this live stream shit sucks, because every once in a while I want to do something cool. Like I just want to walk into a store and say something. But like as soon as I do it, I know this shit will cut off. And I can do it, and there's like an idiot holding this. And then no one sees it. And it's like, why do anything?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's Verizon for you. I don't know
What are you gonna do?
what the best carrier is. If it's...
It's not Verizon.
No, it's not Verizon. But it's unfortunate. But we got it on video, though. I'm videotaping
That
this.
is true.
So we can see the video. I'll probably put both up. And if you guys want to see the fall that Bill just took.
Oh, it was crazy.
Physical comedy.
Oh, I sat in gum.
And you're pulling.
Oh, look, I
That's
sat.
his ball skin. Dude,
Oh,
you're gonna
look,
get me a copyright strike.
No, it's not. It's gum. Look, there's hair
You're
in
gonna get me
it.
a copyright strike. Seriously, we get my channel closed down.
What, for sitting in gum? Ah,
Dude, seriously, put it away.
it's my good pair of pants.
Seriously, put it away. Someone reports me. They're gonna shut my channel
It's just
down.
my gum. You ever used to do that on the bus?
No, can't say.
I mean, I
It's
appreciate it. It's funny, but I mean,
You're welcome.
now I'm live.
You're welcome.
Now that I'm actual live,
You're
I'm gonna do that.
You're welcome.
Oh god. So this is the end of my channel. It doesn't matter anyway because I only had 680 something subscribers, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Last time someone did that to me on the bus, I'll be like, oh, no way, ew, and I grab it and I start pulling it,
What?
and they're like, ah,
No.
ew, it's gum.
But-
It is gum. It's cum gum.
Well, guy just pulled his balls out, guys. What are you gonna do?
Oh, come on, what's wrong with balls?
Yeah,
They're white
just-
balls.
Just cover it up. That was
A
a
blur.
shirt. It was a trick.
It's not gross.
It
It's
was his shirt tucked
it's-
those his pants.
if they're
Yeah, 679. I lost, and the funny thing is I'll lose like 3 subscribers, but then I'll gain 3 subscribers. I'm one of those people, I break even.
you gain 3 good ones, or you lose 3 good ones and you gain 3 deviants.
I like losing subscribers, it weeds people out, because if they're gonna watch my stuff, it's like, well, get off my channel, man. And then, like I said, they'll check out my prank call show or the Atheist Hotline show.
Oh, look, my dick's out.
Oh no!
Oh, gross, I sat in my dick.
As the great Bill O'Reilly said, fuck it, we'll do it live, says Dick Marks. We'll do it live!
We'll do it live.
I'm fucking you right, we'll do it live!
The best part about Bill O'Reilly is how he treats women.
It's very true. I heard he's got a big cock too, but probably.
He used to fucking teach with his cock. He used to use it as a... It's like, now, in today's lesson, he would pull his cock out and point at the lesson.
So, Bill, you talked about how you had a hard day at work, you sweated a lot, and now you're touching your ball skin.
Oh, no, I don't sweat in my pants. I sweat in... I'm more of a body sweater. Oh, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Were you upset?
Well, no, I just don't want my channel to get
Good
closed
news.
down. That's all.
Oh, fucking...
I mean, I can start it. I'm not making money off this, but it's just a matter of,
Shut it down! They know!
I'm just too lazy to upload all this crap again.
They know! Shut it down!
It's up to you guys. If you want to shut it down, you can.
Fucking goyim.
Start making out. See, Kurt Russell, you're gay. You were calling me and Hedonist John gay because I think what happened was I was doing a JoshCast over Hedonist John's place, and he gave me something. No, he took a sip of something, and I said, I don't want to sip this. You already sipped out of it. He said, just sip it. And I was like, all right. So I tried to sip away from it. I sipped it, and then the guy was joking. I was like, you two just made out.
Ew. Made out.
So now he wants to see
That's
it.
the most boring way
Check
to
out
make
the
out.
JoshCast 300.
I want to take my shirt off.
Yeah.
Me and Bill took our shirt
The
off.
best thing about a hedonist John is that his challenges are boring as fuck.
Oh, so now I'm going to start it too. John, we're not taking this down, by the way, so
No.
don't text me and ask.
Like we watch Hedonist John, and it's like you see the real YouTubers like the what is his name, the LA Beast.
LA Beast and Matt Stoney.
You get LA Beast and Matt Stoney who would like drink a gallon of rotten milk, and then you have Hedonist John who's like, okay, so today I got 3 delicious treats from Wawa, and I'm going to drink them all for you.
Now, what was the idea you had? You said
Jolly
that.
Rancher Challenge.
Jolly Rancher
I'm
Challenge.
just gonna drop. I'm gonna drop that in your hand. 'Cause I was gonna do the pretzel
Oh,
roll
calm
challenge,
down.
but I don't want you touching.
I'm not
these
gonna
pretzels.
touch your fucking pretzels, you faggot.
Oh,
Oh, balls on my fingers. You know,
balls,
you wouldn't
faggots.
believe how many balls I touched before I fucking touched the pretzels yesterday.
Oh. Well, listen. So, what was the idea you had? The idea you had was
Eat a whole bag of chips.
no,
That's
not
Hedonist
just
John.
that. The Hedonist John, Hedonist Jon.
Oh,
We started a channel called Hedonist Jon because John is John, and we just do absurd challenges.
we called it Beatinist John. J-A-W-N.
Okay, so we could, that's Philly is a John thing. So
Beatinist
we
John.
could do Hedonist John.
I'm gonna eat a whole bag of chips. It's called the whole bag of chips challenge.
Yeah, we could do stuff
I
like
could
that.
enjoy this bag of chips, but I'm gonna eat them all and not throw up. And we're gonna watch it all, and then we'll speed it up. We'll do better editing. We'll use a better song than Hedonist John, or we'll make it everything worse. We'll make it worse. We're gonna make fun of you, John.
Or make ourselves puke. or eat till we make ourselves. I drank a gallon of water in my last week. It took an hour though. And the only thing is, I'm surprised I finished it because I couldn't drink 3 liters. But I didn't. I'm not a speed guy. I can't do it like in 2 minutes like these other guys. I can do it in an hour. It's not fun. And I took 2 pisses there in the park. What I did was I took my phone out, like I was talking. I turned away from the camera, and I was like, "Yeah, Mom, all right, I'll pick up some milk in the supermarket." And I learned it from Gavin McGinnis. He has a video that how to pee in public, and he goes, "You want to get away? What you do is one of the things you do is you take your phone out and you just behind the car. And you're just like, what? The stocks are down?" And you just piss it. This is fucking ridiculous, man. I just put money into that. And then another thing you do is you get down, like you look underneath your car, and you got your dick out, and you pee laying down. You pee like sideways. You're like, oh, where did I put that key? Oh god. And it's like all these weird things you can do as a guy.
You just gotta watch the angle of the street, though. I mean, if you're laying down uphill.
You don't want that oh, it's coming down at me. But it's just like a dam of my own piss.
But it's just like the shit thing. I learned that from was it CKY? Like I said, like I was gonna shit myself in the park one day, so I went behind this big tree, and I learned that from CKY. I told you I pulled my pants and underwear down, not all the way down to my ankles, just down enough, and I put my asshole towards the tree like this. Like I'm twerking on it, and I just blew it out. I had no choice, and I took a bunch of paper towels, and I had water on it. I put some water, I just jammed it up my ass and threw it, and I didn't get all of it out, and that was it. I had no choice but to pull it up real quick. And the guy I think saw me, he was playing basketball with his daughter, and he's like looking behind the tree, like he saw it. Poop story.
You know what I do is I stick my dick in in birdhouses and I pee in them.
There you go. So we got 8 people watching.
Will, how do you pee in public?
That's more than the audience members we had last night. We're not joking.
Oh.
Yeah, Bill, how do you pee? You just
Usually not in public.
one night we were hanging out.
You got a real toilet user.
We did 2 up west that one night in the city, and we were walking back. I think we were in the old city.
Yeah, I mean,
but there was a bush. We just went
in
by.
in the city, you just go down an alley or some dark spot or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know it's fun pissing on the top of a building and then hearing it hit the bottom? Like, because when you're done pissing and then you hear the rest of it. Pep, 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 pep. Hey, I'm wearing a Mountain Dew t-shirt. You figure Mountain Dew would make a t-shirt that would hide your boobs better.
Yeah. Mountain boobs.
But not Mountain Dubes.
Well, listen, so John Rice, a friend of ours, what he likes to do is when he used to get really hammered, there's a bathroom right there. He would just pee near the dumpster. There's a bathroom right there. He was like, oh, that's right, I'm drunk. I just want to pee right here. Okay. I just go right over there and just pee.
It's a boss move.
But so for some guys like peeing in public, it's just fun.
I like the trucker, the way of the road. Just you have the empty iced tea jug that you use and you piss in that, and then just cap it off
and you throw them on the side of the road. You know what those are called?
Piss jugs.
That's right. They're called piss jugs, but what I call them are trucker bombs.
Well, yeah.
Let me tell you, truckers, what they like to do. They like to take, they're people of the amphetamine. They like to take uppers.
Someone has a question for me. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And, well, uppers, they cling to the molecules in your piss.
Oh.
So if you drink that piss, you get a residual high, and it's free. There was a question.
Oh, that's for me. They want to know, do I have nice boobs?
Do you have nice boobs?
No, the question, I don't. I showed my chest during the podcast. First of all, I have big pepperoni nipples. I think I actually showed it to a woman. She said they're not that big, but I think they're big for a guy. And no, they're actually I have really crooked triangle, like a woman has small tits. They're kind of triangle-y because they're not there yet. They're kind of undeveloped tits I have.
Yeah. So
they look really bad. They don't even look like full boobs. I'm between an A and a B right now.
Guys,
closer to a B, obviously.
If you want to have boobs, what you have to do is you have to be thin, and then you have to work out, do a lot of push-ups, and then you get pecs, and then you just cut that shit out. You stop doing that shit, and it'll turn into womanly features.
It kind of reminds me of Cat Williams' bit. He goes, and some of y'all bitches got stretch marks. Listen, ain't no motherfucking nigga out there care if you got stretch marks. Either you was small and got big, or you was big and got small.
Yeah. Very good.
How's that Cat Williams impression? 1 to 10, guys. Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen.
Yeah, the thing about ladies is that they just have to be soft. And if you doll yourself up enough, then someone will fuck you. Am I
Yeah.
right, MGTOW?
Well, that's what they call
Right?
it. That's what they call it. They call it hypergamy. You know that term?
Hypergamy, yeah, I do.
Hypergamy. Hypergamy, Will, is like, we complain that all the girls on OkCupid players, they want a guy who's super tall. Even if the girl's like obese, she's like, you gotta be at least 6'3", and you gotta, and then us guys are like searching at the bottom for like these fat girls with pierced titties, and they're like, no, sorry, you guys aren't tall enough. The big towel guys are what I'm talking about. Josh has the most immaculate gynecomastia.
Gynecomastia. That
Gynecomastia.
means you have womanly breasts.
Marcus Mendez says, what the fuck is going on? Listen, Spick, you came here late. I don't know. We're doing a podcast. Read the title.
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on with you? Why you be nice to your mother?
It's pretzel review with the boys.
Hey, this is Heatus John. And today we're going to...
We're gonna eat all the fucking pretzels.
Alright, don't knock the stuff over now. Yeah. Well, you just...
Oh, I sat in gum.
Don't do it again! Please.
I don't give a shit. I don't even have balls.
It's ball
It's
skin.
actual
It's
gum.
just ball skin.
Just ball skin.
Ball skin. It's
So,
like
we're
KFC.
reviewing pretzels except for Bill because his fingers were touching some gum earlier that he found on the bus.
Did you ever find gum and eat it? Like, hey, here's some gum. Oh, it still has flavor.
Wait, this is ball skin.
My ball skin has no more flavor.
Yeah. Now, since this is mostly big town guys watching, I brought this up. Jeff Bezos from Amazon got divorced.
Yeah.
God knows how much money that woman got. Millions and millions.
Too much.
Whether she had a prenup or not. Jeff Bezos should go big town.
They posted the number. She got just 31 billion.
No, actually, she got all the prime shipping.
No, she didn't.
That was an Amazon.
Shipping.
She looks like Molly.
relationship shipping.
Well.
She looks like Molly Shannon.
Oh, Molly Shannon from SNL? Is that the chick that was in that movie where she smells her pits?
Yeah.
What was that movie called?
Superstar.
Superstar. It was super something.
She's got superstar.
But yeah, she got her money. I guess they handled the split professionally.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But,
Well, she deserves it. Am I right?
But you're
Am I
saying,
right, fellas? Am I right?
But you're saying Jeff's gonna go big town now.
No, he's not gonna go big town. I said, should he go big town? He should. He's already dating a chick, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again. Some guys have to learn 2 or 3 times over for them to
Yeah,
finally
so
get it.
it's like the girl likes his money, but it's just like I just wish you had hair, you know. And it's just like okay. It's gonna send the Amazon drone strike on.
There's a video on YouTube of Scottie Pippen. He married this really hot Latina, big ass and big tits, and took him to the cleaners. Now he's on the rebound. Basketball joke, you get it?
You think she cleaned them with her big tits?
Yes, she did.
Just like washed them
Those
up.
big old
with
Colombian
soupy
lights,
booties.
big tits, man.
So,
Well, what are we really doing here, guys?
I don't know.
The guy just said spick to TF. Now TF means the fuck, right? Like what the fuck? Would you say that?
In that context,
Yeah.
but
Titty fuck.
Titty fuck. Ah, lost connection. Wait, we're back.
We're back.
We're back just like that.
We're back, Jews.
no.
Goodbye, Jews. Goodbye, Jews. Good guys.
I said use, and it was gum, I swear.
We're gonna play some video games, guys. We're drunk right now. Come on, everybody, take a shot.
Hey, gonna do a shot. We're gonna play Bobble Bubble.
We're gonna play Street Fighter and do shots of sour cub. So this episode's called Sour Cub Fighter.
Sour cum.
Something like that.
Fermented cum. We put a couple of Jolly Ranchers in a cum jar
There you go.
and wait until it fucking turns over.
Now, Bill, how drunk were you last night? I feel like you were kind of.
Last night, I got buzzed, but that's bad.
Oh, you weren't buzzed. Oh, you weren't drunk.
No.
'Cause I feel like certain Will never admits he's drunk. Well, at least I mean you're pretty sure you are, but you never really admit you're drunk. Ever, right? And, well, maybe you don't feel it.
I'm aware of the buzzness and the talkiness and stuff, but because it lowers the inhibition, I don't
Yeah.
care until later, and then it's like, all right, now I feel like shit.
I used to say years ago I wasn't drunk off one because I wouldn't admit I was drunk off one drink, and everyone told me I was drunk, and I was like, all right, I just have to admit it.
I just think they just don't know how to tell you're an asshole.
Bill was bombed. Oh, this is Marco. This is a PUA guy. He doesn't even know you.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah. Bill's mom.
Who?
A mom?
Who said that?
That's what you said. What did you say?
No, he said Bill was bombed. Meaning you were drunk last. He was
Oh, I was bombed. Yes.
No, he bombed on stage.
Yeah, I did.
I'm kidding.
I did.
No, he didn't.
I got one good laugh, and that was the joke I said. I looked like I was conceived in a bowling alley, and that got a real.
It got a big laugh. It did good. It was only 2 audience members last night, about 12, 13 comics. Typical night here.
That's like the last joke I wanted anyone to laugh at.
Well, it's just people. See, that's what I'm saying. When you're a straight white male, you can only make fun of yourself and people laugh.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you start talking about the blacks, then that's when people like, what's this guy talking about? Why's he talking about blacks?
I don't talk about blacks.
No, he doesn't.
Only to flatter them and their enormous penises. I mean, they're great.
Josh's boobs make him unattainable. Actually, it's much more. According to the MGTOW guys, also, I know about my weak button chin. Even when I was skinnier, my chin's just not good. If I'm skinnier, I think I have a cute face kind of. That sounds weird, but my chin is still like a little butt chin. You know, like a little butt chin. You know, I don't really have
A
like
cleft chin.
Yeah, I don't have like a nice jawline. Like they did a study. Guys who have like really solid jawlines get the most beef.
As much as they make Gaston and Beauty and the Beast look like a turd, like every chick wants Gaston.
Well, there's this channel. It's not a MGTOW channel. It's called LMS. I think Looks Money Status. That's what they say in MGTOW. It's all about the looks, money, and status. Because you know, for the PUA live, for somebody who said, "Looks don't matter, bro. Looks don't matter. Girls don't care." I think guys like me got rejected for 10 years. They're like, well, if it doesn't matter, whatever. So, anyways, they focus on like actual stats, and they're like on dating sites, like only 2% of Asian guys actually get dates with white girls, and they break down the jawline. So they take this guy who's like, oh, losing connection, but we're still at the video. Who cares? So, anyways, a guy who has like a really good jawline, I was going to get more messages and more dates. And then they show some guy that looks like me. Well, not saying he's fat, but he has like a really poor chin and an unmasculine jawline, and he's like. He thinks he's like bad looking, but he's not getting any messages or anything, or he's not, you know. So yeah, so it's all based on that.
Science. There's a science.
It's about genes. It's bad genes, is what it is. So Kurt Russell likes to attack Marco because Marco brings up buffets. He says, "Let's talk about buffets." He's making fun of Marco. Marco says, "Brazilian booty buffet episode coming soon," and then Kurt Russell says, "You have a Polish no chin chin."
A Polish no chin chin.
That's what he said.
Oh, you have a no chin.
No chin chin.
What they call a weak chin.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta start over.
Have you considered growing a beard?
I've tried it, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, that's the problem with me.
Let's go back. All right. We're back now. The video is going to be posted of this because the connection. It's not this room. It's my hotspot. Verizon sucks is the key. $150 a month for a hotspot and a phone. I have no job. Shout out to Verizon. We did it. All right. Yeah. So Will. Will.
Chins, what?
You've been on the dating sites. You know how it is with these girls. They all want a tall guy, right? A guy over 6 feet.
Yeah. And a job. Psh, ugh.
What's up with that? What's up with that? Why? How come there's bumps out there? Certain guys don't have a job and they have like they live in a mattress or something.
The tall guy that just because I hear it too from female friends and my youngest sister too that it's this it is some of the Disney brainwashing of like this sort of princess idea of just like when it's like when I hug him, I want to be able to lay my head against his chest. It's like how the proportions are insane. Like, because also too, how does that work? Like lining up in the.
I think these chicks just want to blow a guy standing up. They don't want to get on their knees anymore. I think that's what it is.
I don't know what to tell you.
A female comic last night had a bit about that. You remember that chick? Remember she said something like it was. I don't know if she really meant it. She said, I could never date a guy my height because I don't like them to look in my eyes and see I'm lying. It was like that was the punchline.
Yeah.
But she said I like a guy either really tall so you can see me in selfie mode, Or I like them really short so you can see my tits.
Yeah,
that was
boob
good.
level.
Yeah, that was a joke. It wasn't. That was actually good.
Yeah, it was okay.
For a female cop.
I think she's pretty good.
Your friends dress like it's the 90s.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 90s, you know what? I'm a 90s baby. How should we dress? You want us to wear a SpongeBob fucking t-shirt?
I'm what I consider a hipster douche. And when I come across someone that I would consider a hipster douche, they end up calling me a weirdo faggot.
I think we both got a 90s thing going where you would be the bass player. I'd be in the back as a drummer with the thermal on until I just peel layers off as I'm drumming. And yeah, I'm better in the distance in the background. You're up there with the hair.
Yeah, no dance moves, just playing the bass. That's a bassist thing. They don't fucking move. They move
The 90s. They don't make music like that anymore.
Ace of Base, I saw a sign. I put that on a CD when I had my car, and I would play it on full volume.
That's where you see signs.
Oh, I was just
Gay signs.
I don't know if it was like Vice produced, like looking through YouTube videos, and they're really trying to push from the other 90s shit. It's like the story of, and they start with the story of Blue, the Eiffel 65 song, I'm blue and I'm in need of a guy, and then they also had one on Darude's Sandstorm. So good stuff if you're on ecstasy, or as they call it, Molly now.
Oh yes.
Blue da da dee da 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 dee da da.
Do da da dee da da da.
That's why you gotta change it to.
I think the conversation would be from his balls, not the song we're humming.
Yeah.
But I think doesn't that sound like a song that like a bunch of kids on a short bus would sing? If you know what I mean?
Yeah. They were saying that only one of the guys was American, the rest were Italian. They came
Makes
up
sense.
with the piano, and the other one's like, no, less words, just make it something you can sing, like da ba dee doo dee ba dee ba dee bee dee, and they're like, yeah, you got it.
Well, those of you who want to learn a songwriting trick, Sia, who writes, she wrote Rihanna songs.
And
Yeah, she said what she does that. She hums the song, you get the melody. She goes, and then she just puts the words in. That's how you write $1 million song, folks.
Yeah, that's exactly how I used to write songs.
You just hum the melody.
I would just fucking. I'm a man and I'm gonna come. There we go, write it. I'm a man and I'm gonna come. Bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-ba-dum, bum. You're gonna bend over and that's where I'll come. Hum, ba-da-dum, ga-da-dum, motherfucking shit, motherfucking cunt.
I'm the drummer.
You're right.
There you go. That was good. That's some
look,
improv.
You look like the producer, man. The
Yeah.
black shirt and stuff. Come on, guys.
It's always the fat guy that does nothing, just like in sports, like the coach or the fucking whatever, I'm just talking.
You get your picture taken by Gold Records and stuff.
Yeah, I'm the one that takes the credit for all the hard work, and I don't.
No, you put up the money.
Yeah.
You invest in the equipment.
It's just like the movie. You ever see Kurt Russell says, "I'm the scat man."
Oh my! That came up. That's the next recommended video if you watch any of these Vice things. It's just like, and I of course clicked on it. The old dude that looks like Tommy Lee Jones with Dumbo ears and the mustache. I'm the scat man.
We used to have scat battles, me and my friends, and that's where we would scat at each other until we fucking gave up on it.
I thought scat was when you eat your own shit in porn, like German scat. German scat porn. And they just eat each other's poo.
Ich bin Scatman.
I'm a scat man.
Scat boy!
Oats, what been condom star?
Wait, now are you singing that classic 90s Offspring song that starts with You've been done, you've been dead.
Yeah, I love that song. That song came out when I was like 12, 13.
Pretty Fly for a White Guy?
Yes.
Is that it?
The MGTOW anthem.
Yeah,
there you go. I thought the MGTOW anthem was like a rap song, like y'all bitches ain't getting my money or some shit like that. Like a lot of rap guys, like Jay-Z had what is it, Big Pimpin', but then he got married. So
yeah, it's all talk, and then
Yeah. And then the Jay-Z, for those who know a fun fact, he said on Twitter, I'm not going to say bitch anymore because Beyonce was telling that word sexist. And then everyone was calling him a bitch. And he went, oh, never mind. And she just probably got mad. He was like, baby, I got fans. Come on. Yeah. I can't. Don't take everything from me. That's my impression of a very stereotypical black man. Baby, hello there. Could you not?
I was.
In the words of Will Fitz, you can't just put on black face.
You can't just put on
you go,
black face.
hello there.
You go, hello there, watermelon. I love that.
This is Will, by the way, from that episode.
I fucking found the timestamp on that, and I clicked on it over and over and over again. Oh, hello, look at me, watermelon.
Who says the JoshCast every once in a while? Let's have a gym in there.
That's all right.
Just once in a while.
That's my new ringtone.
Completely out of context.
Yeah.
I was saying you can't do
You can't.
racist,
You
nasty
cannot. Stop being racist. Stop it.
Scat equals poo. Yes, that's what I refer to in the German. Germans like to eat shit.
Pretty fly for a white guy. I was bumped from an open mic because the people in the bar rather have wanted to put money in the jukebox than to hear more jokes from strangers.
Aw, was that Sparky's?
It wasn't. It was at Manny Brown's in Newtown.
Manny Brown's.
It was the first place I ever did comedy back in 2014, and it was not appreciated.
Yeah, music is always going to overwin on comedy. That's why music comedy makes it rough, because it's like some guy.
It was a
some guy. They were right to hear some guy tune his guitar for like 8 minutes ago. What do you guys want to hear? Then you're talking about your whatever you're talking about.
Yeah. There were. It was just a comedy mic. It was actually a featured show plus open mic, and then after the featured acts were over, it wasn't even appreciated. It was.
What about comedy versus burlesque acts? Do people want to hear the comedy, or do they want to see some BBW?
They want to see the BBW.
Let me tell you.
I don't know. Some of the
BBW.
ones I've been to, there is no money flying around when that happens.
No.
And then the girls just gone, and then the comics have to remind the people to put money in the bucket.
Yeah. But the body I'm developing, I think I can do both at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
MGTOW guys, how do you feel about the big ladies? The big ladies? The ladies that are big.
Dick Mark says, so when Gallagher smashed the watermelon, was he depriving a black family of substance?
Oh.
Don't knock my stuff over, dude. Seriously. I don't mind if you get close to it. I don't mind what you do. But I mean, I don't care if you. It's all break it.
It was fun. It was fun. It was
No,
fun.
you can do whatever you want.
You guys are having fun, aren't you?
Yeah. Bill loves the live aspect of this.
It's great.
It is
Also,
good.
that is the economy of food. If you are eating it, someone else can't eat it. So in a way, yes.
So that's the answer. That answers your question.
Someone else can't drink that beer because
Bill, they're drunk.
Yeah, Bill's hand touched some gum.
Someone said you finally picked up your beer. Is that referring to me or Bill? I think Bill.
Yeah, it's been drunk.
It's gone. There's nothing to do but a couple.
There's just trash in this.
Big woman or gross fatties are revolted. Yeah, see, a lot of guys in the PUA, like I said, they're like, oh, bro, I already banged 7s and 8s.
I already fucked fat girls, and I don't like them.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I fucking like them.
Yeah.
I like them thick.
Fat girls are the best.
That's what I like.
Fat girls get the best eggs. They're always hungry. I'm the first guy to write
Josh
that.
is kind of fat.
You kind of look like Marilyn Manson over here. Oh, he farted. Thick is fine, fat is not.
Sorry.
Yeah, but all the fat chicks are saying they're thick now.
Yeah, that's right, but they're not. They're not. We
I
know
saw
better.
this chick on
We know
here.
better, don't we, MGTOW?
Thick, T-H-I-C, T-H-I-C-C, T-H-I-C-K.
F-I-C-K, thick.
And
I like them thick.
this fat black chick on the Maury Povich show, she was like, I like to rub oil over my curves. And she was like real fat. She had no curves. Curves are like this, not this.
Fucking,
This is not a curve, folks.
the best Maury episodes were the bad kids. Remember the bad kids?
I like when the black guys were not the father. Yeah, that was the best.
That's every episode now.
Yeah, but I like when they do the backflip. You know, they're like, yeah, woo.
I like the bad kids.
Responsibility, not me.
The bad kids that would go to boot camp at the end of the episode.
All right, Bill.
Your
I'm
flag.
sorry.
No, don't take over the whole show now, Bill.
I'm sorry.
You're fired just the way you are, Bill.
He's banned.
He quit the show.
Hey,
See, if he can't be himself,
I'm sorry. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
He's
But
gone.
honestly, I like the bad kids. They go to boot camp and then they were sorry.
yeah. What about the episodes when the guys would beat their chicks and then they just had a black guy yell at them and suddenly they turned into nice guys again and they would apologize? It made no sense to me. Like a guy was like yelling at his wife and she's on stage crying. He was like, "You want to hit your wife? You try it with me, pal." And then 2 minutes later, he gets on his knees and like, "Baby, I'm sorry."
Anything to get
It's
this
like,
black
what
guy
happened?
away.
This black guy just fuck him in the ass. Like, what changed?
As soon as that black guy leaves, everything's going back to the way it was.
Oh, absolutely. Break dance. Nah, we're not no dance clowns. If she's 5'4", she better not be more than 120 pounds. This is Howard Stern we're talking to right now. I don't like fat chicks, all right.
What about fat chicks with a beautiful face?
Well, what is that chick that she's like the top curvy model? She's like the top BBW model. I don't know her name.
Amy Schumer.
No, not her. It's some other woman. She's like real thick and she's like white. And you go to a YouTube channel, it's all black guys commenting.
What about that Gillette model that you
Penn
see
Gillette?
that? No, that Gillette, because they caught too much flack for whatever their ad being
Toxic masculinity?
Yeah. So then they just posted a big lady in a bikini, and Twitter ain't having none of that. It's all there.
Yeah, I like the big lady. And that big lady on the cover of Vanity Fair or something, or no, Cosmopolitan. She was big. She was
That
fucking
what?
big. She.
Demi Moore's pregnant, like cover thing, like that. That's different.
No, it was something else. It was like this lady. She was an anchor.
Butterface.
Oh man, let me tell you.
Everything that looks good, butterface.
I put butter in my coffee because it's trendy.
Caveman coffee.
Yeah, bulletproof caveman.
Now, Bill, didn't you have some?
Hypothetical questions?
Yeah, do you want to get to that, or do you
Yeah.
want to save it for later? What do you want to do?
No. Okay, so here's a hypothetical question for you, MGTOW motherfuckers. Would not that you're motherfuckers? I'm a motherfucker. That's actually a term of endearment. Musicians used to call each other motherfuckers if they were very good musicians. They'd be like, that guy plays a guitar like a motherfucker. So I have a question for some of you motherfuckers that don't fuck ladies. Would you rather be able to fuck a lady anytime you want, with any lady you want, and it's consensual, but your mother has to be there to make sure you're fucking her nice?
Now, does she stay there the whole time, or she just checks?
She goes in there, makes sure that your room smells nice, and then you bring her in. Your mom's there, and she's like, "Don't mind me, honey." But then you start fucking her, and she starts getting picky. It's like, I think you should eat her pussy more. It's just a nice thing to do. She sucked your dick, didn't she?
Most guys can't get hard to it.
But also too, I think you're just describing like the popular like family
Incest.
porn that's everywhere. Like,
Okay, here's a question. Do you think the prevalence of incest porn is because of who controls the porn industry? Do you think that it could be?
It's just taboo.
It is taboo.
Because people like taboo stuff, just like there are guys out there. I did a bit about this. Oh, go ahead.
well, so is like the foot and like the scat porn.
Yeah.
But the incest porn does seem to be just overtaken. It's like it's just the front page. It's like this is everywhere.
Pretty hard not to come across it,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, but like the interracial porn sometimes is taboo. But like I did a bit of this, right? Like there's guys out there that they watch it, they're turned on by it, but they want to like pretend to hate it. You know, they're like they write the comment section, "Why is she fucking it?" But then like they're like watching and they're like whacking off to it. You know, so because it's taboo, so
Yeah.
they think it's hot. I'll take the first.
What's that joke? Yeah.
Which one?
The one where it's like you see the interracial porn.
Yeah, that's a bit. I picture a scenario. A guy comes back from like a 12-hour day, goes in his trailer, he's watching some porn. He's like, oh, look at this nice white girl. Oh, she has a nice ass. And then a black guy just comes in and starts fucking. He goes, oh man, I hate the white girls that obsessed with these black guys. Man, she's ruined now. Oh, she's tainted, man. You know what? I gotta write something. But wait, this is turning me on. I gotta jerk off to this. And then he comes and starts crying. He goes, oh my God, I disgraced my daddy that died. Daddy, I'm sorry. I jerked off to a Negro boy. I gotta write something negative to make up for this. She fucked it. And then I say the actual hard ER. And then I go, whew, I feel so good about myself. I feel good that I got that out of the way. I did that bit for the first time here. And there was like 5 black comics in the front row. And they're just looking up at me like, and I can tell half of them were kind of offended, the other half was like, well, we can't say anything because he's doing the act. But then they're also like, the nerve,
I'm also just confused because the character voice that you're doing too, same thing. Like I don't know what the race of this character.
Well, he's a trailer. I'll do like a southern guy, like a trailer, like a racist, like.
Because again, it also still said like, who remember?
Yeah. Well, I never said I was a voice guy, but he's a white guy.
It's Tyrell Bitt.
Yeah. Don't bring that up.
No, for Dave Chappelle's.
Tyrell Biggums.
Yeah.
That wasn't Tyrell. It was.
But yeah.
Something
Uncle Ruckus.
Something Biggums.
No, the Black Klansman before the Black Klansman.
Somebody will pop it up in the chat. I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, it just I thought it was some sort of self-hating.
Why don't you read this joke? Read the last 2 lines.
Okay. Let's see.
The last 2 comments.
What do you call a man with no body and no nose? Nobody knows.
Oh! You should tell jokes here on Wednesday night.
I'd say you got halfway there.
I need to get me another beer, guys. You guys continue, talk to the chat.
Wouldn't it be really great?
Say something bad behind my back so when I see this, when I watch the whole thing and the way, when I edit it, whatever.
We should just.
Stop until we edit it, by the way.
We should just be sitting here with our balls out, like, we sat on gum!
No.
Fuck.
What else?
This is like when Joe Rogan takes a piss and the guest has to talk to Jamie.
Also, earlier someone said that we should do breakdancing.
Hey, do you guys want more pretzels? No, we're good. All right.
Oh, missed our chance. Like, when you forbid the breakdancing earlier.
Cheers. Sorry. Okay.
But yeah, I was just about to breakdance and you can't damage your back. You're like the film's down and you're gonna get banned. Don't damage the equipment.
Darren, that's expression of Darren.
Damage the equipment.
Look how dirty the floor is from the last time you got oil on there.
I like when Darren does the announcement. He goes, Lauren, you might hear something offensive.
You will be offended.
Somebody's going to curse. But you agree with that, Will. You said you should do that, right?
Yeah, because, you do have weird old people that wander in that remember this place from the 80s and they're like,
Rubberface!
See Rubberface! And it's like, there's a guy, he wears a wig and does a whoopee cushion thing. And then, you're up here just like, jerking off to the board. And it's like, But it doesn't matter if most people don't come at the beginning of the show, so they don't hear that warning anyway.
Yeah,
and
they walk in later.
Walk in and see you up on.
But I feel like it's common sense that if you go to whatever it's a comedy open mic or a show,
at least when there's
somebody is going to say something.
Yeah, if there's
especially in 2019, everyone's offended by something.
Like the comic that's been coming here for 2 weeks and he finally brought his whole family in. That's a good night for Darren.
You missed it years ago when there was 3 times we had before you two started coming around, where a high school kid, he was actually a middle school kid, a 14-year-old kid, he brought 30 of his friends, and his mom's sitting there, and then I wasn't too filthy, but I was like, I did one joke that got a grower, and I was like, yo, you're shitty parents, you brought your kid to a comedy club, so I tried to turn it on them. Nice. But that happened 2 or 3 times, where they brought there was 30 kids, but they all watch South Park. All these kids watch South Park, Rick and Morty, the Family Guy. It's so I wouldn't say cruel, but it's so edgy because it's a cartoon. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like you could episode where Peter like kills somebody, or like you can do whatever you want in a cartoon. And they're watching that, and then if I go on stage and do something, then that same parent go, "Oh, I should never brought my kid here."
These parents don't even listen in onto the headsets when their kids are playing games and killing everybody in a first-person shooter and calling them everything.
Okay, so I'm playing a video game, right? And I have the internet. And I'm playing a fucking fucked up
I paid
game.
$5 on stream so some guy can call me a nigger.
And I'm playing the game and I'm having fun. And the game has dialogue that's coarse. It's coarse dialogue.
Yeah.
And I'm playing a cowboy game, right? And they talk like cowboys. You know how cowboys talk? Like fucking sailors. So I'm playing the game and I have a foul mouth by nature, and when I play this fucking game, it's like fucking Westworld, and I want to live my fucking cowboy life, and I want to kill kids. But I speak in a coarse language, and then there's some freaking 12-year-old kid that's like, can you not say the F word? John Marston says the F word. You're playing the John Marston game. Get the fuck out of here. Stop playing your father's game.
You're playing the one game where the kids don't curse at you instead?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so let's read some comments. Dick Mark says, the need to avoid accidental occurrence of incest is why the phrase, "who's your daddy?" was invented.
Oh, we have a scholar in the fucking comments.
Then Dick Marks also writes, whoopee cushions are obsolete. We have fart machines now. Kurt Russell says, talk about when you fought that bump. Okay, listen, Kurt. Okay, here's what happened. I'm doing a live stream. I got a hotspot now, so I can walk around. So I did a MGTOW live stream on my Jack 2.0 channel. I had to take a monster piss. So I leave that channel, go to this channel, whatever. As soon as I start recording, there's this white passive aggressive homeless. He's not really homeless, like what his paid is. And what he does is he tries to make you feel guilty. Like, if you're polite, he goes, "Excuse me, I have any change?" You're like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I don't have any." He goes, "Come on, man, can you treat me better?" He says stuff like that to get you like riled up. So I've seen it before. I ignored him one night. I came around a while. So he walks around to me. I think he can tell I was recording. He goes, "Hey, do you have any spare change for the homeless, or whatever?" And I said, "No, actually, I don't." And he goes, "Come on, man, I just asked 9 people, and everybody gave me just some stuff. Somebody I was going to have some money." And I was like, "Yeah, but with that attitude, why would anybody give you anything, you know?" And he goes, "Why are you recording people?" And I said, "Well, I'm not recording people. I do a live stream." I said, "By the way, if I gave you money right now, would you still ask me that?" And he goes, "Look, man, you can treat me better." And then either Kurt Russell was in the chat now, or somebody else said, "Ask him if he's MGTOW." So he's getting ready to walk by me. I was like, "Are you MGTOW?" He goes, "What's that?" I go, "Are you a Mango's Way?" He goes, "Look, you're being disrespectful." I said, "You came over to me. I was just over here." And so Kurt Russell, he's calling me a bum fighter. He was going to make me a bum fighter t-shirt.
Kurt Russell escalated the situation. Like, he was walking away, and then you asked him if he's MGTOW, which, again, typically gets the response, "What's MGTOW?"
I'd like to declare an unpopular opinion, and my unpopular opinion is that I fucking hate homeless people.
Yeah.
If you're homeless, I think we should
burn you.
I think we should fucking kill homeless people. Honestly, like, believe me, I'm a fucking lowlife, and I'm the bottom of the barrel. I'm fucking low class. I'm not middle class. I'm fucking low class. And you know what? I'm fucking not homeless. If I can fucking do it, you can fucking do it. Stop fucking sponging off of fucking people.
Well, see, I have a problem with panhandlers, like with actual homeless people.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them because,
Yeah.
like, you can tell when somebody's really homeless, like the bottom of their feet is like scraped off, and they have no mental capacity, and they're like sleeping outside in the cold. But then some asshole wearing hipster boots, like his boots are clean, walking around going, "Come on, man, treat me better.
Yeah, fuck those
Nobody
people.
has money." That guy's a fucking thing. That's why I recognized him for years ago.
If you're homeless because you're a piece of shit, then we should kill you. If you're homeless because you're crazy, then guess what? We should fucking kill you. We should kill you. And this is how we find out you're crazy, you know? This is what we do. We fucking, when you're of age, when you're like 14 years old, we put you in a room, right? And in this room, we lock you in this padded room, right? And we give you 4 hits of paper acid. And if you have a bad trip, then guess what? Guess what? Then we kill you.
There we go.
That's how we weed out all the crazy people in society. They won't grow up to be homeless. Society.
That's the bit on how to kill homeless people. But some of these guys make $20,000, $30,000 a year tax-free.
That all the tax money can go back into the fucking system.
And like this guy would just come up with like weird sides, like too ugly to be a hooker or too ugly to be a prostitute. The right sides like that, and people would go, well, at least he's entertained us. People like to give money to homeless people if they actually do something. So if they draw you as a shitty painted, like this one guy would go on the train and go, hey, I'm not a good drawer, but how about I draw a picture of you and you just give me what you can, and then you feel bad, like, all right, this guy's at least trying to work. Here's $1.
Yeah, that guy can get assistance. That's hobos. Those are hobos.
What?
Hobos work. I have no problem with hobos. We could find them a home. We could find them rails to ride. But
they ramble along. Hobos are a rambling, traveling group. They're not stationary, setting up shop.
No.
There's a difference.
those are tramps. We kill tramps.
But so this we're now, let's go through the distinctions between the bums, the hobos, the homeless, the tramps, the panhandlers.
Okay, so the panhandlers, they're mainly like your fucking beach bum, got a place to live, got a place to stay, but they just don't have that regular job. They could work at Sherwin fucking Williams. You could shake paint for a living. You could figure that out. If I could figure it out, you can.
It sounds like the nephew of a Jimmy Buffett fan.
Yes.
Like you're just talking about like, I forget how you said it in the beginning. Did you mention tropical shirts and island breezes?
Yeah.
Kenneth, the golden child, he says, look at Josh, look at chipper and happy. Or is that the booze? It's probably the booze. It does loosen me up a little bit. This is my second one. It's my final one tonight. I rarely have two. I'm a one beer kind of guy. But because the bartender's nice enough to let us use this room, I said, fuck it, I'll buy another drink. Lord up. You know?
I think we have a friendly chipper Josh because he's in good company.
That's true, because I got to start a shitty job next Monday, so this is like my last quote-unquote week of freedom before I wouldn't say I sleep. It's a boring shit job. It's probably easy, but you know how it is. We don't want to work. We want to do this.
We want to do this.
We want to do comedy. We want to do weird shit. We don't want to fucking work regular jobs.
As long as we're not homeless.
Yeah. I mean, if I was living at my parents' house, I would never make it. I would be homeless right now.
But you're not. You got parents.
That's what I'm saying, though.
If you have parents, you get to live.
Oh, so there's rules to it.
No, this is a terrible society. I have an authoritarian society. It ain't gonna work with me in charge. Better not put me in power.
I don't think that's happening. No. Well, also, I think you almost fell under the rules of the killing people things you were saying.
I almost did.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's the goal. Like I was gonna do a bit last night about the job interview I had. It's not a funny bit, but I had a shitty job interview at Applebee's. They wouldn't hire me. The new one over here.
Okay.
And one of the questions they asked me, they're like, this is a fun question. Like, if you had a superpower, what would it be? And I answered it totally wrong. It made me nervous. The question was such a curveball. I was like, well, I would like to be invisible. And then she was like, oh, so you can sneak on people? And I was like, yeah, and I actually said, yeah. So it made me look like a sneaky person. And I realized I should have said, so if someone asked you that question, if you say, yeah, I like the ability to fly, because it sounds like a cool question, but I said the most stupidest thing you could say.
It's the worst thing. I mean,
So I can see girls change, you know?
And you probably, like, kicked ass in the whole interview, and then you fucked up on the weirdo question.
Yeah, no, because this black kid that was interviewing for me, he was lying about everything. She was like, well, because I was listening to her, she's like, well, how would you handle a bad day at work? He's like, no, I don't have bad days at work. Because I never had a bad day at work. And then the manager was like, really? He's like, come on, you know? He's like, no, man, I'm serious. I don't have bad days. Whatever I do, he was trying to sound extra confident. But I was like, that's bullshit. You didn't have a bad day at work, you know? Like, because some shit's out of your control, you know? So if your manager's being a dick to you, that's having a bad day. Like, no, I don't have a bad day. It's like, yeah, we never had bad days, you know? Customers
there having their funeral luncheon at Applebee's. I'm like, turn that frown upside down. It's what Meemaw would have wanted.
Meemaw.
So, question for you, Will, is did Will give up on the suits? Used to wear suits. No, Will used to have kind of like a funeral service type job. So he would wear suits because he would be on call. But now that he's done that job for the last year, maybe he doesn't really wear suits anymore.
Yeah, I could. The boss, I still have the option of doing it. The boss recently called. He wants to know where I buy my glasses at. And I was telling the other guy I worked with, Luke, like we hang out, and both of us used to work for this turd, and it was the same day. Luke called me earlier in the day. He's like, yeah, guess who stopped by my mom's work to see how I was doing? I was like, oh my God, like, and then like, so I'm laughing that the boss is desperate, looking for help, and going to bother Luke's mom at work, and then I call, I see it's him, I like go straight to voicemail and hear the message like, yeah, you know, well, just calling, remember you used to buy those glasses online, just where'd you get them? And Luke saying like, yeah, like doesn't know how Google works, like yeah, just online glasses.
I only worked there for 2 weeks. I told the story. I got fired because I couldn't parallel park the hearse. Which I thought the guy should maybe do at the interview. I think that's a good interview thing.
Well, yeah,
because like if that's the main concern. Like, I understand parallel parking is very important if you're in tight spaces, but do it at the interview. You know, he didn't really. He just told me about the job, and because I knew Will made a good point. If you know somebody, it's all about who you know. You can drive a corpse in an SUV. Now you have no experience. I have no experience driving a corpse. Like every job I apply for goes must have, like. I see a job for checking IDs, right? What does it say? You must have a year experience checking IDs. So that means if you don't check IDs, you know. Because I knew him, you drive around with a corpse, and then you try to open up the latch, and almost the body falls out. Like,
it's the same. I was just looking. One of the state parks has a sign up that says they're hiring for semi-skilled laborers, so like digging ditches, putting in fence posts, and I go to take the civil service test for that, and same thing. They're like there's a management position, but you need like a degree in forestry management. Like who at 18 years old, like as a kid, thought like, it's like, yeah, you go to college? Yeah, I'm going to go to be a park ranger. It's like, oh, you're going to go into $80,000 of debt to like say only you can prevent forest fires or something? Or so like who is going for that much experience? And then it is about who you know, because most of the parks are staffed by, my sister worked for them, because they hire high school kids out of the agricultural high school. So they're like, you work around cows, that's nature, you guys want a job? I used to go to your school, so they just give kids out of the agricultural high school the park jobs.
Well, that's what I hate. Some of these companies are probably like, why can't we find the right candidates? Why can't we find people? And it's like, because you instead of hire people who are have a good resume or anything, you're like, must have a year experience. It's like, but then they hire some asshole that has no experience because it's their cousin or it's their friend. It's just stupid.
And I mean, I get that they gotta weed it out somehow, because like otherwise you've got all these homeless people coming and applying for jobs.
We can't let them get a real job.
Yeah.
They could work at a grocery store, or else they die.
Yeah, so yeah, you have this guy that's contradicting that he sees them at the end of the overpass and stuff, and he's just like, go get a job, you filthy hobo, and then drives off, and then he's like, so what brings you to get out, go get a shower.
You smell like piss.
Well, some of these homeless, they're not really homeless, they're panhandlers. They panhandle for like 8-10 hours a day. You're like, hey, why don't you get a job in the kitchen washing dishes? You're like, they won't hire me. No, they hire illegal Mexicans. Maybe they will say, hey, I'll work for $4 an hour. And they're like, nah, because if I walk around a septic train, think about it, you need $250 to get on it, or you can sneak on it. And then if you walk through each septic train for like an 8 to 10 hour day, you might make like $60 maybe, 80, maybe 100 on a good day.
I will correct you. It's very hard to sneak on the SEPTA now. I got called out trying to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
So state parks are staffed by poor kids and homeless.
No, the homeless, nobody hires the homeless. That's why they're homeless.
They live in the park.
Because they watch videos like this where Bill tells them, like, no, let them just die.
We'll make sure they die.
But yeah, the state, well, at least the city parks. The state parks, maybe there's some, I'm sure it's always still nepotism. It's just like, hey, I know this buddy. He's going to apply and use this whatever special coupon code. But yeah, the Philadelphia city parks are staffed by the agricultural high school, Saul, because I don't know, like they act like that's experience. 4 years experience, yeah. I was in a field, there was a cow there, I shoved my gloved hand up its
vagina, and I birthed a calf.
and they're like, okay, yeah, then you can lay down paving stones on the dirt path.
That's pretty good. That's good work.
One of the regrets I had a job offer, not a job offer, a job interview for a bookkeeper position. So at the job interview, the guy asked me, he goes, "Are you proficient with Excel?" And I was honest. I was like, I'm okay at Excel. I should have lied and said, yeah.
I excel at Excel.
Yeah, I should have said that. He was like, well, for this position, I'd be proficient Excel. I was like, so just advice, if you're going to apply for any of these, because it was like an accountant type job, you know, I have an accountant degree, I have an IT degree, associates, not a bachelor. And I should have just lied, because he probably would have hired me. And you can just watch, they have videos, you can watch a 3-hour Excel video, and if you can practice it enough, you don't want to be proficient at it. But so I should have lied. And it was like, it paid like, I don't know, somewhere between $15 to $18 an hour.
Oh wow, that's good.
That's what I'm saying. I could, so if let's say I didn't know what I was doing, the guy has to pay you. So if he fired me at the end of the week, once he finds out I don't know anything, you got to pay me my $600 check.
Yeah.
So I was stupid, but
Nah, that's all right. Hey, just don't say you want to be invisible.
yeah, that's the key story.
Like, if I had a superpower, fuck yeah, I'd be invisible. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
That is the thing to do.
The typical answer for that is like, yeah, it's like you either say that you want to fly, that's the creative open, like, hey, I'm not shy, I'm out there and whatever.
Yeah.
The invisible one is that's the warning sign.
Yeah, you want to
Straight
take
that.
things.
But also though, my first answer, I was thinking of a character from X-Men 2009. The first thought that came to my head with superpowers was like, blast radioactive beams from my fist. Like, I was thinking.
Because that's practical.
But yeah, it's like that's the first thing. But it's a good thing you got this question out because I know that's not the power I should.
I want to just be really supportive. I want, you know, whatever Captain Planet can do.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Senseless with Marlon Wayans? It's like a really stupid comedy movie.
Yes.
So he has like he takes this scientist. He wants to make money. He's like a broke, kid, college kid, whatever.
And that's David Spade, right?
Yeah, David Spade. Well, David Spade is his enemy in the movie. But anyways, so but he's like this, So he finds this study in the paper, and he takes this. It's like a pill or a drink, whatever, and it gives you like it's called senseless. So it gives you like this. It makes your senses good, like really strong smell. It also makes it bad. It goes back and forth.
Okay.
So he sees this chick like walking down the street like a fat ass, and he starts like licking his tongue. He can taste her from far away. He's like, so I was like, that's what I should have said in the interview. I would have been able to taste women without even having to do anything. Just like it's like not even like she can't feel my tongue, but for some reason you can just like let me see how her vagina would taste right now. Just like a little.
I mean, like there's a lot of X-Men characters like that, like Wolverine and Feral and Wolfsbane that have like heightened senses where they can track people by scent, and so you're saying like Wolverine's smelling and tasting ass all day, like he can track something.
We got a gay question coming in.
All right,
nice.
You ready for this? You ready for the gay question?
Here,
it's not gay.
Let me
but
set up my chair for the gay question.
It's not gay.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, she sat on it.
Yeah.
Who has the biggest dog out of there? So how do we know that? I saw his ball skin earlier, but as far as penis, I don't know. I mean,
who has the longest balls?
according to girl, I think you never hear girls say this, but I think the reason why like tall guys they assume their dick is bigger probably because of body proportion. So I guess because Bill's the tallest, I would say his penis is the biggest, and then me, and then Will, but not by far though. He only has a half, and then I have a half, and then he has a half. So it's like he's like 6.5, I'm 6, and he's 5.5. So it's.
I would have to say if I'm like standing my tallest, I would have to say I have a pretty average cock.
Yeah.
I have like I probably have like the diagram, like the medical diagram of a wiener, like the standard.
Oh, that just means you got your circumcision done right.
That's
like,
yeah.
That the textbooks always have a perfectly circumcised one.
They do. I wonder what that's all about.
But then you're watching, go into your good old incest porn, and you're like, what is that? What is that?
This is what my penis looks like. Yes. Thank you for doing this to me. That way I could work for Mr. Goldstein and not be, distracted. anything.
That answers your question?
Make lots of money for Mr. Goldstein.
But you never hear girls say that. That's my whole point. You never hear girls
No,
say
they never consider Mr. Goldstein.
You never hear girls say, "Oh, I want a tall guy."
They just want to, like, I want to see that circumcised penis because uncircumcised penises feel weird and I'm not used to them. I'm a lady.
Yeah, they always say it's cleaner if it's.
That's just.
It all depends on how the guy cleans it. If he cleans it at all.
If they say that, then they fell for the propaganda.
So you listen to Howard Stern show. One of the guys who works there, he does the prank calls with songs named Sal. He's uncircumcised. He's uncircumcised, and he said if he goes a day without cleaning his foreskin, it stinks really bad, like bad cheese.
Well, who doesn't take a shower?
So they did a bit on the show. He said Sarah Silverman was in. And he goes, let's do a bit where he goes 2 or 3 weeks without washing down there, and then she smells it, and then write down the answer before. So they both write down, she writes down her answer, what she thinks is going to smell like, and then somebody else does. And then,
it's like the dating game.
So he lays down with his legs over his head, and she smells, and she goes, don't push nobody push my head in there. And she takes a whiff of it, and she said it smells like it was like really bad cheese, like really stale, old cheese and everything. But they did that bit, and it's like, if you don't, so that's why girls say it's not clean, because if it's not, well, it was like a hot day.
They're all Howard Stern fans and watched and heard this bit.
And if it's a hot day, let's say you take a shower, then it probably stinks more than, let's say, if a guy is circumcised because of the skin. But I think I have a little bit of skin down there. Like I think the Jew that was going to cut my foreskin off, I think he missed a piece. I have a little down there, and this girl was trying to be sexy. I only had 5 sexual experiences in my life, and I'm a loser. But she tried to rip my boxers down to be sexy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she ripped the skin.
No, but she don't. It got caught in the skin a little bit, and I went, and I wanted to punch her in the head. You know, I wanted to give her a fucking, like the Three Stooges, like not a punch in the face, like, you know, you give her a little, like a pound. I wanted it fucking hurt.
You hurt me. Here, hit my hand.
Nowadays, 6 foot is not tall. Most guys are 6 foot where I'm from. Well, I did a video on my Big Town channel about the whole hypergamy, and I said I'm 5'11". I'm just under 6 feet tall, but girls will still look at me like, well, if he was maybe 2 inches taller. But it's at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. I already said everything I had to say about this song by Angry Man channel.
So Sarah Silverman smelt it.
Yeah.
Something tells me Sarah Silverman is really good at smelling things.
You mean she has a big Jew nose?
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm getting at. I'm critical of the Jews.
Now, what did you have a shot of tonight?
I had a shot of the Fireball.
Does that make you more lit?
A little bit.
Yeah, because Bill's extra lit, I can tell.
Yeah, a little bit.
Fireball! That's a good fucking song. Pitbull's got some hits.
He does.
He's got some
He's
fucking...
got one that's about fire.
No, but he has a lot, though. That fucking song, what was it? They played it every bar I went to, like, was it Kesha?
Horses in the
With
back.
Kesha, yeah.
Kesha. What makes it... I can't even sing. I know the melody, but I can't even sing.
Yeah, where it's like a dosey-dosey.
Yeah.
No,
Wild...
Timber.
I'm going timber. They played at every fucking bar you go to in the city. We'll play that song. And then one night they were doing a fucking dance where they're like doing a fucking hook, you know, in a circle, and you're trying to go to the bathroom. You're like, excuse me. And everyone's like, hey, we're just being white in the moment. You're like, I gotta fucking piss, and you gotta wait a minute for these fucking white kids to do their fucking.
That's how I piss in public while I'm dosey-doing the timber. One hand on that, but switch when you go the other direction.
Oh, that's good. That way it's like spiral graph.
and people just assume somebody's still holding a beer in the one hand, and there's that, or you hold the bottle of your dick down there and stuff, and then just dosey-doing around.
I'm using my own Wi-Fi right now. You hear that, Scarpati? Your Wi-Fi sucks.
Fucking sucks, buddy.
Motel 6, it says, there's 2 Wi-Fis here. It says Motel 6 and Motel 6 Wi-Fi. They both stink.
I mean, I can just log on the air now. I don't think you can stream from it. But
No, you can't stream. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be able to do this.
Josh, you know what I want? You know what I want you to do? I want you to like open up your Tinder, and then I want.
I'm not on Tinder.
You're not on Tinder.
Sorry.
same.
I need.
We've gone our own
Big
way.
Towel. Big Towel. Big Towel.
I want someone to open up a Tinder, and then we just like talk you through talking to someone.
We do that in the next episode. We're doing it on the next episode. Me and will re-download Tinder just one more time, just for the next episode.
And then we just
And
talk
that's it.
to
We
a
delete it
girl.
afterwards.
And then she'll be like, so what are you doing?
Just for comedy purposes only.
And you go like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to come off as not a rapist.
There you go. No, I started, before I deleted my Tinder and Bumble, what happened was, I stopped sending girls, like Bumble, they message you first, right?
They do, I hate that shit.
Tinder, you're supposed to message them, right? So I stopped messaging people on Tinder. So one day, I think the girls, they would just say, they always say hi. It's amazing. When you're a guy, if you say hi, you come off lame bored. But when they just say hi, it's like, oh, I'm a girl, I'll just say hi, I'm initiative. So one girl, she just said hi, I wanted to say something. So I said something, it's just like gross, I don't know what I said. I said, look, let's just skip the bullshit. Let's just have some drinks. Let's just fuck. Let's just do that. Something like that, and skip the bullshit. And they match with you. You go back. As soon as the thing loads and says messages, boom, she's gone. You know. So I started doing that. I was like, because it doesn't matter if you're nice, you're too bored. If you say hi, that's too predictable. And then if you say something random, sometimes you gotta be good looking.
Pickup artist stuff, man. You ask pancakes or waffles.
Yeah.
That's what you started with.
Well, the old question was, excuse me, ladies, I gotta get back to my friends, but who lies more, men or women?
What?
Who lies more?
Yeah, men or women.
People they're humans. They all lie.
Wait, is this actually a pickup
Yeah,
artist?
that was the cliche old pickup line back in the Mystery Method game days.
But you heard about the Tinder and the one for the dating apps now is the waffles or some waffles.
Oh yeah, that's probably a new thing.
It's playful because it's like who doesn't? You're not going to offend anyone with waffles or pancakes, and then you can act offended like, oh, you're crazy, you waffles, you crazy girl.
Yeah, well,
like pancakes.
You know what the weird thing is? Some guy came up with a thing on it was like a pickup website. It actually worked. What I would do, he said, it sounded weird. You would message a girl and say, hey, do you like milk with ice? You would put that in the description so that way they would read it, and it worked. They would message back. This is when OK Cupid first came out, and then you say something like, hey, do you like brownies with or without nuts? And they would write back and say either with or without.
That's like a clickbait.
And then you would say you're really cute, and then you would ask for the phone number. It actually got numbers. I got dates.
But the thing is, the way I know about the waffle one and other ones like that is from reading it in girls' profiles. I didn't research it myself doing pickup art stuff. It's just I've seen these girls that they're so whatever the female version of MGTOW is, where it's just like no guys that.
Well, that's called the feminist movement, I thought.
Okay, yeah, where it's just like.
I thought the feminist movement was like we don't need men, fuck men.
But at the same time, it's like I want to date everybody without any consequences. But I don't want the guys that do that. I want to be the one in control.
Oh, yeah.
So
if you're a bitch, come and contact me.
Kurt Russell says he's a big time guy. He says women lie more. Makeup, that's a lie.
There you go. Well, that's just meeting them halfway. Because a lady could be unattractive, but she has to doll herself up to get out there. A guy can't do that.
I would make up art, but it doesn't do anything for me.
No. You know what, Josh? I have to compliment you. You smell like a freshly vacuumed movie cleaner.
Oh, I wear an Old Spice swagger.
You smell like a clean.
I'm
movie
trying
cleaner.
new deodorant right now. I wear an Old Spice swagger. It's like that weird. It's not gel.
It's kind of buttery.
It's like this white shit that comes out, and it looks like a combination of gel and powder. It kind of smears a little.
I like it.
So
I'm definitely gonna pick some up.
Antiperspirant one.
I'm not really a fucking Old Spice fan. I don't think that deodorant sucks, but they didn't have by Gillette Sport or by Aaron's.
You know who does their marketing campaign?
I forgot.
Tim Heidecker.
I don't know who that is.
From Tim and Eric.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was doing it now. Or does he only do the Terry Crews one? And
They were
have
doing
a different guy for Sexy Man.
Well, he did all the ones with the black guys. So there's a guy with a horse, and then there's Terry Crews. They're both Tim Heidecker commercials.
Oh, okay. Because I thought they'd both be separate because the Terry Crews ones are just insane
They are.
bananas.
Is it Snoop Dogg taking over Papa John's?
But then look at the editing.
Snoop Dogg's taking over Papa John's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because remember, the guy at Papa John's got fired. The guy's such a racist, he quoted a book that had the word edited. And he got fired, lost everything, and now I think they hired Snoop Dogg. I think it's Snoop Dogg. If not, it's definitely a black guy.
And then Snoop Dogg is gonna rap from Mein Kampf.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg, I like to smoke a joint before I dig into a deep dish 5 topic extra peppers, baby. That's not a good soup, though. Sorry.
Okay,
Now, Bill, before I cut you off, at your last open mic, at Bill's last open mic, this comedian's on stage doing a 45-minute set. And he's doing it, this is weird, so. This guy just started doing comedy. We like him, he's a funny guy.
that was the night to do that.
Yeah, there was only 4 comics, so.
Okay.
Bill doesn't give a light in his own mic, but anyways,
Yeah.
he's only doing comedy for $6 and he's recording an hour special, which makes sense, an hour CD. And so he did a long set and he did a rape joke and he was like, yeah, I want to get to a point where I'm so funny, I can make rape funny. So because it was only 3 people in the audience, it was like a long set, I went, rape, 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 rape. That's how it was. When Bill got really into it, he said, let's make sure the upstairs here. He said, right, right, right. And then after his set, I started the rape chanting. I was like, right. We started doing it again. But I was like, that's how you should end your album. I was like, well, I hope so. But it was like one girl there. It was only one girl. She was with 2 guys though. But I was like, can you imagine?
But also, like, even just both of you doing that now, I'm like, it's quiet.
There's one woman.
out
There was
there.
one woman sitting at the bar.
Yeah, but it also got quiet too.
We were just really passionate about the last grape Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
Great. That's what I love about like sometimes I'll do something silly like that and I'll get a bigger laugh to the comedian on stage. I try not to outfunny them, but like a comedian like put my beard on this. Like, so my sister died and I go, and then I stop right away like, oh, that wasn't, and then people laugh because you want to be supportive. Like Bill will do that. Every time someone says something good about themselves, but do the whistle thing you do. He doesn't low though. He doesn't low, like being supportive. Like, hey, I'm with you. But when someone, a comedian, me and Goat would do that. The comedian would go, yeah, so my grandmother died. We'd go,
Yeah.
and then people are like, well, that's fucked up. And then, but most like the comedian's lying. Either the grandmother might be dead, but if they're not, they're just doing it for a joke. So it's like, well, if you are, you shouldn't tell everybody. So we're gonna clap. Okay, make your hands clap. I wish there was a bunch of feminists out. I don't know if those 2 chicks last night at the bar are Sarah's friends. They actually didn't know her. Mike's friends. They knew Mike, right? The short hair.
Just now, or you mean
last
night?
night?
Last night, no. They were girls that were waiting for their time to skate at the roller rink. Yes, there's still a roller rink, and it's next to the comedy club. And so, yeah, these underage girls wandered into the bar. That doesn't matter about carding.
No, that's the great thing about the suburbs, baby. Cheers.
Yeah, but
Your business will close down. It'll be fun.
But yeah, they were out there just trying to drink, and the other girl Sarah was trying to talk their ear off. And,
Yeah. I heard her last night. She was bragging about her boyfriend. She was trying to. I mean, listen, Sarah's a nice girl, but the one girl was talking about what race she was. She was like, I'm a Hispanic and Italian. The other girl was like, and then Sarah was like, oh, I'm German and Irish, and my boyfriend's Puerto Rican. And I was kind of like, I don't know. It made me cringe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's cool that you don't see a lot of white girls with Puerto Ricans, but
Ladies like to brag about how different they are from their mates.
oh, my boyfriend's black.
Because when you breed, you want to be as further away from your genetic pool.
Race mixing is cool.
Ladies they don't want to fuck their cousin. They want
a Tyrone.
They want someone else to make a nice strong baby.
This Kurt Russell says, "Get more beer, guys." Well, this is my second one. I'm done.
I gotta drive home.
I'm afraid of the ladies at the bar. That's why I'm not leaving.
How much are the shots here?
I don't know.
How much did you pay for? Do you know how much
It's
you paid
more.
for that
It's more
shot?
than. It's more than the beer.
Was it $5?
It's
More
like
than $5?
it's like $3.
3?
Maybe it's $5.
You guys want to do a shot of Crown Apple? If I pay for it?
I'll
Remember that one time with Chicky Pizza, you bought me a shot of, maybe me, you, and Andy Burdick were hanging out doing a podcast. You might remember, so you bought us a random shot of Crown Apple.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You want to do a shot of that?
Yeah, I'll throw in for a shot.
No, I'll pay for it.
No, I
You
want
guys
to.
are nice enough to come
At
out.
least we'll tip.
I don't know if he's got the Crown Apple though.
All right, I'll ask you. Well, if they don't have Crown Apple, do you recommend something that's kind of, well, not, it doesn't have that apple in it.
Yeah, the Fireball is nice and.
Would you do a
sweet.
shot of Fireball? What would you recommend for a shot?
Yeah, I mean, if Crown Apple, Fireball, I mean, because it's just sweet and easy.
Well, what's your favorite
Sweet
shot?
and easy.
Well, you don't do shots. You're more of a bourbon
Yeah.
guy. But like, if you were gonna do a shot,
That's
what's your-
Sweet and easy.
that's his nickname. That's Will's nickname. It's Sweet and Easy.
At Twitter.com.
Yes.
At me.
At me.
Come at me.
All right, so I'm gonna get the shot. What should we get? Crown apple if he doesn't have. Oh, so I guess we get Fireball if he doesn't have Crown apple.
Sounds great.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Let's do. I'll be back.
There you go.
You guys take over.
Okay.
Talk about the first time you couldn't get your penis hard.
It's December 30th, 1942. I wasn't conceived yet, so it was
It was real hard.
a very difficult time.
I've never had a problem where I've had to not. You know what? It's a problem when it is hard. You know, if I could like turn it off sometimes, that would be neat. I don't know. There was this one time where I've never got blackout drunk. Have you ever gotten blackout drunk?
Yes.
Well, tell me about the time you woke up from blackout.
It was I forget what year, but it was a New Year's Eve party, and I just vaguely remember like people like I was too nervous, so I drank a good amount of a bottle of vodka that I brought, and I woke up at 2 in the morning, long after the party and the New Year's and stuff, and then they showed me a video of the girl whose apartment it was. She had a chihuahua, and as I'm on the floor passed out, the chihuahua was humping my head in my mouth. But that's how bad it was. That was some college time. It's done now. I don't think I've had any time since then.
Higher education.
Yeah.
Fucking, there's this one time my friend, his name is Brandon, and he acquired a bottle of Vladimir.
Hopefully Josh has the professional editing to just throw up a shot of the bottle of Vladimir vodka, which at the liquor store we would call.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got some shots going.
All right. Yeah, Vladimir has a fucking vampire on the bottom.
Well, no, it also looks like we had. Yes.
I need a piece of gum.
I have a Jolly Rancher cherry flavored.
No, he's talking about your ball skin. I told him about your ball skin.
Oh my goodness.
I like ABC gum.
Yeah, that's what it is. All the flavors out.
Already been chewed.
All right, thank you, Mike.
Does anyone need any of these?
No, I'm done with beer.
I'll have another twisted tea.
Thank you so much, Josh. I really
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Well, there you go. To JoshCast
To the JoshCast and the people of the web.
and friendship. Big Red.
You know what? I like making a cup of tea and then putting a shot of
Bailey's.
No.
Sweet creamy beige.
of Fireball in it.
Now, Bill's got to drive home. But, Bill, this can't be worse than drunken and gaming.
No.
Did you eat before you get here?
I stayed the night over at my friend's house. The night I do those. My friends live right around the corner.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's it really works out. So my buddy, he acquired a bottle of Vladimir when he was in high school, and he drank it like a moron. Took the little plastic piece off, and he drank half the bottle.
Ugh.
And his parents found him on the couch, just fucking naked on the couch, just fucking with puke on his chest, and they took him to the hospital. He's belligerent. He was blackout. He doesn't remember any of this, and the people at the hospital were asking him, who gave you this bottle of booze? Where did you get this bottle of vodka? And he said, you know what he told them? Believe me when I say this. He told them that he got this bottle of vodka from Bette Midler.
Whoa.
And then he woke up the very next morning with a tube in his dick. That's called a catheter. Did you ever get blackout drunk?
No, I never blacked out. And then you know what the weird thing is when I tell people that? They go, you should do it. I go,
No.
Why? First of all,
No.
like, here's why I don't want to do it. So, in the summertime in Columbus Boulevard, at call it the outdoor douchey bars. It gets really packed because the bars get too hot to go inside. So one night I'm sitting down. I know how to walk from Old City to Columbus Boulevard. It's only like a 10-minute walk. I cut down this alley. And this random dude, he sits next to me, like, not dead next to me on the bench, there was like 2 benches. He's like, hey, what's up, man? And I was like, what did you drink today? He's like, I had a little bit of everything. So he's got an Uber. He's like, yeah, man. So he falls asleep with like his phone in his hand, and like the Uber's like, you going around and everything. And I had to get home. So I felt bad leaving him there, but I was like, I can't fucking miss my train. So I just left him there, and I was like, I'm pretty sure someone stole this phone or something, or whatever. But I was like, it's not good. It doesn't sound good.
No,
I mean,
no, it's in cases like that too, if you don't have friends to like watch out for you or whatever. But also, if you are the friend taking care of a blackout drunk person, you're just like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it sucks.
And the fun is gone.
and the great Dave Chappelle bit, he goes, when white guys get blackout drunk, they stick a carrot up their ass. And he goes, this man trusted you. He's sleeping on the couch, and you stick a carrot up his ass.
I hope it was a baby carrot.
Yeah. So
I mean, you can live a day of your life with a baby carrot up your ass, you wouldn't even know.
But I'm still trying to think the drunkest I've ever been. I think I had, I was hanging out, at the time I had this female friend, she was a black girl, we did it one shot, whatever, at her place. No, the big town guys already know.
I love black girls, by the way.
Yeah, he married the opposite.
The opposite, because I can only marry what I can handle.
Yeah.
But all I want to do is just make black girls laugh. That's all I want.
So you when you say you love them, you don't mean romantically.
No,
you mean like more like from entertainment. You like
I love hearing black girls laugh. They're some of the
I'll
loudest.
take your pants off next time.
They're the loudest laugher.
Yeah, needle dick.
Yeah.
So
Suck his dick,
anyways, I had 2 Long Island iced teas, but it was in a Northeast bar. Like this, that's the thing. In a bar like this, the bartender doesn't fuck around. If you order, even though it's in a little cup, if you order anything, a White Russian, you order a fucking, right? If you order I order gin and tonic, it's all fucking alcohol. It's not watered at all. You go down to the city, you pay double the price. You pay $12. It's all ice. You take 3 sips, it's done. So the Long Island iced tea was this big, barely any ice in it. I had one, and then me and her decided, let's get another one. So the fucking room was spinning. I wasn't blackout drunk. That was the drunkest I've ever been. And to this day, I would say that's still, but I never blacked out though. I never passed out. And I don't want to. So people are like, oh, blackout drunk. No. Why?
Yeah.
Why should I get blackout drunk?
Now get up in the camera like Bill did and be like, no, I'm not doing it. I won't.
I'm not fucking doing it, guys. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not doing this shit. Alright? I'm not getting fucking blackout drunk. It's not worth my life, which is useless already. I don't want your life.
Power of Christ.
I came close to blackout drunk once. I was at a party and I was drinking someone else's drink. I just picked it up and just started drinking it. And it was
I have herpes.
It was a Red Bull and something else. And I remember going in their backyard and taking a piss. And I'm taking a piss against this tree. And there's a light. And you see, like, I don't know if you see the shadow behind me, but there's this porch light that was casting this pitch black shadow against this tree. And I was so enchanted by the shadow of the tree. I was like, wow, that looks so nice, that I ended up like laying down in the shadow of the tree. And I was like, oh, this is nice, I'll stay here. And then I woke up an hour later, vomited outside the shadow, and then went right back. And I fell asleep. And then I got waken up at like 4 in the morning by my friends. They were like, we thought you left hours ago. We heard you making noises. And they picked me up and they brought me in the living room where eventually I sobered up and I just left. Great story. Great story.
So, by the way, Bill, I just want to say, I told this story out there about you pulling out your ball skin, and there was a black woman out there. She loved it. She was laughing.
Was she?
She was cracking up. She was like, oh my god.
That's great. I'm gonna do that to her.
Yeah, she'll love
I'm
it.
gonna sit down next to her and be like, all right,
She's cracking up. She's having fun.
And the bartender's like, come back on Wednesday nights and weekends and check it out.
So, 2 common things for Bill. Bill is a drunk driver. And, this is for me. What happened to your Buffalo Chew hair? Well, I had a job interview. This temp agency called me on Monday. They told me I was supposed to come in that day or Tuesday. So I decided I was going to get a haircut this week anyway. So I waited till like yesterday, but I cut it off. So got rid of the.
I think it looks really sharp. I like it.
Thanks. So I was doing prank calls earlier. I called this like Korean place randomly. I was like, "Yeah, I wanted to look like a Korean. You gave me a Puerto Rican Cuban haircut. My girlfriend don't like me. I look like a Puerto Rican." He's like, no. He's like, "You told me what you want. Who did it?" I was like, "It's some bald guy." I was like, "We don't have a bald guy that work here." I had him on the phone for like 5 minutes, and he was like all freaked out. And I was like, "She said she wants to leave me. She don't like Puerto Rican." But anyway, that's that. I still like doing prank calls. I don't care. I don't care if I'm 32 years old. I love prank phone calls. It's silly. It's stupid. And even though it's not the way it was in the day, because you got caller ID now, you got cell phones, I don't care. And doing them live, it's great. Bill Miller hangs out sometimes. He gives me good ideas and feedback. You guys do too. I love it.
It's so much.
It's the only improv that I do.
Like whenever I get
It's the only improv that I do.
Whenever I get like a thing on my phone and it's like, oh, Josh is doing fucking phone calls, I'm like, fuck, shut down everything. I don't want to do it. Forget it. I'm like out somewhere.
That's awesome.
I get my phone and I just sit down in the toilet and I'm like, okay, what is he gonna say? Oh, tell him to call me.
Yeah. And if he
Ask him if you'll get any money selling Jew gold that you
That was a good idea.
Pulled out of teeth.
That was a good idea. So I called random cash for gold places, and it's just some random Jewish guy just put his number up there. It's like a business, and I was like, "Does what was it? Does Jew gold cost more?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "What does that mean? I don't. Why are you calling me with this?" I was like, "I'm just asking a question." He goes, "Yeah, but that's why would you?" And I was like, what was the name about it?
I found a bunch of golden teeth in my grandpa's chest. I was wondering if you get more money from Jew gold.
And if you're wondering why I'm so uncomfortable with
Oh,
all this,
yeah.
the fit, well, that and the Fitz is a fake name for this.
No, don't give out your real name.
It's Feinstein. I'm Will Feinstein.
Oh, nice.
And here you're making all this Zion-phobic.
It's okay. Hey, I'm not critical of Jews. I'm critical of Zionists.
When we were doing the True Life Not Doritos show, we did a live prank call, and Will got pissed at me because he used to work customer service. He used to get prank calls. I'm one of those people. I wish I got prank calls. Those jobs are boring. So here's what happened, real quick before you comment. So we were talking about Little Caesars, and Will said, I used to work at Little Caesars in this certain area, and I think they made the food spicier. Possibly because it was like black people working there.
They definitely did.
Yeah.
And the neighborhood is like 100% black, but I worked near it and was just noticing I'm in the white Northeast and there's the black North Philly, and I worked over there and I'd be like, yeah, I like this, nice spicy pizza. I'm like, it is definitely different than in Northeast Philly where it's like plain marinara. And I was just commenting on this, and then you had to call and...
No, first of all, the prank call actually was fine. I had the idea, so let's call. And Bill did he was just mild man. He was mild man. He wasn't like offensive. He was like, yeah, my daughter farted on the pizza, something like that. Really silly. No. She's just getting ready to hang up. It was a black girl that answered. And I said, hey, I have a question for you. I had a friend who used to work there years ago. Is it true that you make the pizza like a little spicier because black people mostly eat it? And she was like, well, first of all, it's kind of racist. And second of all, no, we do not. And she hung up. And I thought it was funny just because I was excited we did a live prank call.
You're not even getting the exact, I don't know the exact words, but you were asking about the sauce, I think.
Well, he did the whole prank call.
But yeah.
And then I came at the end.
He didn't say silly stuff. He's like, yeah, I ate it. I normally eat this other one, and the sauce is sweeter. And, I mean, do you make the sauce in-house? And I think they did say that they just add some spices to it or something. Like, they basically said yes, but then you had to say, do you do that because of...
Yeah,
No.
And we lost connection, but hold on, wait a few seconds. Timeout, Wi-Fi disconnect.
Hey, welcome back.
And we're back now. See how it says in blue? Okay, so we're back now. We got disconnected for a second. So I ruined the prank phone call by being over the top. I said because of black people, I got racist. But Will got pissed at me afterwards. He's like, I fucking used to hate fucks like you. I used to work customer service. And I was like, oh, sorry. I didn't think it was a big deal. I was like, Will, I'm sorry. Will was like...
I mean, it brought back a lot because, I worked at a pet store for like 10 years and we'd have to... And it's a combination, too, that you want to hang up almost all the time
Yeah.
because most customers are fucking idiots. And so, yeah, you have people that just don't know the basic care of a fish or a dog, but then you have people that drag it out. And I'd say, yeah, if you want your calls to go longer, don't go right for the crazy stuff. But yeah, it's like, it's just how much of my time is wasted, and between all the other shit you got to do at a corporate retail job, where it's like, yeah, do 10 hours worth of work in 4 hours. It's like, you got to do that and deal with somebody on the phone. I remember a non-prank call was an old lady that would call up, I need anti-hairball cream for my cat. It's just dry, craggly voice. It said, you guys don't have it. I'm like, we do carry it. We only carry 1 tube at a time, though. It's not a hot seller. I need it for my cat. Blah, blah, blah. And then she just starts going on about all this other stuff, and I'm looking at the time and thinking of my tasks, and I tell her to, like, I just got pissed.
So
Like,
it's cream?
yeah, like it's a cream you put on like a treat for the cat, and it lubes up their throat to loosen the hairballs.
Nice.
And she got it religiously. Instead of giving her cat a food that didn't cause hairballs, she would buy this tube or try to buy it in bulk like every 2 months. But she'd call ahead to make sure we have it, because sometimes we don't have it. And but she gives you this whole story about it, and I cut her off one time. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have other, like, we have the tube. I don't have time to listen to your life story. My life story, and like, I just hung up at that point because I knew I wasn't going to make it any better. But yeah, because then I'm sure it'd be
You should have let her talk. She survived the Holocaust.
that was probably why, because I'm like that really, I hit a nerve there and stuff. It's probably because, yeah, she made it out of Dachau and only thinking about that cat.
Yeah, so I want to say just one thing. You said that you don't go for the crazy part first. I actually do go for the crazy part right away. The weird thing is, it gets them to stay on the phone because they're not used to getting that stuff some places. They're like, what? What are you talking about? And then I'm not even a good actor. Because some people ask me, I used to sell prank call CDs in high school because I've been doing it since I was a kid. I'm a loser. And people go, how do you get people to stay on the phone? I was like, I don't. I actually try to get people to hang up. Yeah. But I go for this shit early. And they're like, and they're so like stunned by it. They're like, I don't, and then people are like, why don't they just hang up? If that was me, I would have just hung up. Yeah. But like you said, either their job or...
it's also too, it's a two-way street that, you think like you're working retail and that all customers are fucking idiots, but also you're kind of a fucking idiot if you work retail still. So yeah, like, yeah.
Soon to be me. I was gonna say that when this phone turns off, we'll be done the live stream. I'll wait for that phone because the battery's used. So what is it on right now? It's on 35%, which means we probably got like a half an hour, 30 minutes. Do you want to go low? And then we'll stop the show. And then I wanted to say something else.
What time are we at? He's got to go home.
Oh well, yeah, but it's not. It was 9:43, so yeah.
Oh, you have to go.
Yeah.
You gotta go. Go big town, bro. So we can stay out late.
Yeah. I got married 2 years ago, at the beginning of the presidency.
Well, don't be so bummed out about it.
No, it's pretty great.
It's good.
It's good.
And it's great because you don't live together, right?
But, oh, God, we should be.
Yeah, but that makes I feel like that makes the marriage spicier because once you move in, then everything changes.
But I'm lonely. I go home and like that. There's times where I'm at work and I'm sitting at work and I clocked out and I'm just listening to the radio because I'm like, well, I like this song and I can listen to another song after this.
But I think like the time put in and stuff. Like, I mean, like once you are living together, all the cute fun stuff, like that's gonna grate on. Because also, how long did you date her before you married?
I've been for 10 years, since 2010.
Okay.
So we've been together that long, but I like the company of another human. I just like being around people. I don't like being by myself. In fact, I hate it.
Oh.
I'm not fond of it.
No, okay.
If I didn't like, if I loved being by myself, I would be MGTOW. I'll be fucking MGTOW, guys.
MGTOW, bro.
Fuck yeah. But I'm a bitch, and I need to be around someone, even if I don't like
No,
it.
that's not a bitch. I mean, some people say that's part of, what is it called? Life. Like, you gotta have a mate.
Humans are a social creature.
Yeah. But I'm by myself so much, I think to myself, like, what's wrong with me? Like, I do get the lonely bug myself, we all do. But there's sometimes where I'm so happy being alone, I go, this is unhealthy. Like, I'm not around people, like, especially when this place closes down for the summer, I don't see anybody really from here. The only time last year I saw when you guys were at Sparky's, you, Corey, Jabul, and Ash, those are like the main four at Sparky's. And that was the only comics I saw for the whole summer. And I don't see anybody else here. I didn't see Will the whole summer. I didn't see Darren. I didn't see none of those guys. And I was just going to Columbus Boulevard by myself every Friday and Saturday night, just sitting there, watching everybody else hang out with their friends. And I'm like, I'm used to it now. I'm not even like sad. I used to get sad when I was in my 20s, like, oh, why can't I have that? Now I'm just like, this is it. TFL, True Forced Loneliness. You ever heard of that term?
True Forced Loneliness?
True Forced Loneliness.
It's pretty good.
So it's called TFL. You probably see the initials TFL. So pretty much, some people say it doesn't exist, but it is.
Yeah,
it's like the lone wolf thing. Like I said, like oh, I'm a lone wolf. And people say, well, you're a lone wolf because you have a bad personality. Probably both.
I like the idea of the drifter. I like the idea of the hobo. I think those are, like, whenever I read books, those are like the characters I look for. A lot of Bukowski and shit.
But also, too, like, I think if you really are still healthy and productive, like getting your shit done, you're not like growing out your fucking fingernails and like looking like not washing and stuff, like
Howard Hughes.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. But if you're taking care of yourself and also just like content with it, then they're really like, I mean, that's the ultimate reason why everyone like, are you okay? Are you doing okay, Judge? You okay, Bill? You doing okay? I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you, man. But if you're doing okay, like, then yeah, like, and you don't need someone else. But I think generally, just like you're saying, most people, like the humans are supposed to be a social creature, and yeah, most people do need someone else to validate them, even though that's codependency.
It is. It's very much that.
But it's also the norm for most part, and society enforces it too. Just, oh, you ain't married yet? Oh, ring on the finger there. You get to be a spinster, a bachelor.
Oh, a spinster. See, my wife is afraid of being a spinster.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I guess I'll marry Bill.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I can text people, but then every time I do, like, I remember I texted Will. Well, Will was going through, I'm not going to give out his personal business, you're mad at me, but Will was going through a bad time last year. So I texted Will, he didn't text me back. So the next day I'm at the bus stop waiting to go home, and I was like, hey, how come you didn't text back? And I made like a slight joke. I was like, what, do you got a lot going on? Ha ha. And then he like blew up at me. He was like, you fucking dick.
Oh.
I got all these problems going on right now. You fucking understand what's going on in my life? And I was like, this is why I don't fucking text people. Either they ignore me, they blow up at me. I was like,
See,
why do I?
But that's the other thing, like, too, like, why, as an older man that isn't, like, totally in on the texting generation and stuff, people add their own tone to that, too, which is also why it's terrible with the online dating apps, because you can just be like, it's like, you know, like, oh, what, you want to go out for coffee? Oh, no, how about we go to dinner? And they'll realize, like, no, how about we go to dinner? And it's just like, oh, whoa, like, no, I was just like, how about we go to dinner? I'll treat, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
That's why I think emojis help. Like, I used to be no emojis, that's gay. But then I was like, oh, well, the fucking tone on everything. Because there's this emoji with the monocle, and that's like, oh, if I want to sound like a bitch, I'll use the monocle.
I'll use that all the time. That's my normal speaking.
Whatever I'm gonna say is gonna come off as sarcastic because
no,
the monocle.
I wasn't like yelling back at that. It's usually because you know, like I got a lot of shit going on with my roommate, my mom, and so.
Wait, I was do I still have any text messages? Let me see if I still have it, because I might have deleted it, because not deleted it, but every once in a while I will delete people out of my phone. I give up people way too easy, and then as soon as I delete them, then they text me. But I know who they are though, because I memorized the number. And by the way, I don't store anybody in my phone
Anonymized data.
unless they're.
It's only for diagnostic purposes only.
When I lived with my dad, I used to want to hang out with my dad all the time. So I'd sit down, and this is a long time ago. This is back when I was a teenager. And I would sit down and I'd watch TV, and I'm watching TV alone. And then I'd see something that really made me laugh, something that really struck with me.
No, finish.
And I would walk into the computer room where my dad is. I'm like, Dad, you wouldn't believe what Jon Stewart just said. It was so funny. He said this to Dave Chappelle, and he's just like, leave me the fuck alone.
Wow, maybe that's why maybe it was time for him to die. No, I'm kidding.
No.
That's terrible to say about your dad. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry, that's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, so here's the
actually
text.
meant-
No, so I wasn't dick because I wrote, let me know if you're free Thursday night for the JoshCast Live. I then he didn't write back. I wrote, I guess you were super busy to respond to this. And I put a laughing thing. Not laughing at him. Maybe he thought I was laughing at him. Same.
Wait. But see, I'm more mad at my mom. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like,
Yeah.
but
I know.
I do say, actually, yeah, dildo.
Yeah. So he wrote, actually, yeah, dildo. And I'm not gonna get into his business. He goes, and I took a CPR class today. I had this and this to do. But then he did apologize to me.
Blow into a fucking plastic person.
And he did apologize like 2 years later. He said,
it-
all right, I'm sorry, I've been stressed and everything. I got problems
It's-
going on. Don't take it personal. And then he says, don't talk about me on the show.
Anything said it's fair game on the JoshCast.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about this network. That's why I want to make it, because I'm like, I don't like the fact that it was like, oh, can you take this down? Or like, Hedis John, he's like, no racial slurs on my channel, because I think I texted him something. I was like, something about jungle monkeys. I was fucking around. I was like, don't say any racist on my channel. I was like, okay. Well, this network, you can say whatever you want.
All this, all the
But still,
fucking
though,
nasty
this-
things. We could talk about the subversions of Will's fucking ancestors and.
But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a freedom of speech network, even though it doesn't exist anymore.
First Amendment.
Yeah, because it's true. Because it's like, especially for comedy, because I feel like it's like for comedy. I know people disagree with me. It's like the whole punch it down thing, but it's like that's the reason why I don't go other places.
Well,
So,
the
like,
thing is, like, yeah, you shouldn't say racist and shitty things, or just be a dick to people, or even like be nasty to women and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
but people have emotions. They get
Yeah.
upset. They say shit, and they should be held accountable if they're saying it in public. And yes, this is sort of public, but it's also like people don't think you change. That's the thing. Like they're looking at like the Guardians of the Galaxy David Gunn guy. Like now the shit he tweeted was just goofy as shit. They're like, that's weird, but he's not doing it now. It's not like in the Guardians movie that's just like, oh,
No, they're not
saying.
fucking kids in the
Yes,
Guardians
yeah.
movie.
So, yeah,
That's
like,
all behind the scenes.
yeah.
Pizza.
But the idea though that, before the internet, people said stupid shit when they were kids, and that's also why the law, like that's why minors and legal adults are a legal definition, that they know before, like they had to pick an age, they went with 18, and they said, anything before this, you're just a dumb fucking kid,
Yep.
This isn't a permanent record, and also you're not tried as an adult, except when we really want you to face the death penalty. But for the most part, though, they know you're a fucking idiot when you're a kid. But it's also, though, like in real life, people are fucking idiots all through their 20s and some into their 30s. But the idea, though, that they can't change. Now, great, yeah, there's some people that you're just like, yep, he's always a dumb hick.
Yep.
As a little one up to as a kid, or a full-grown man. But yeah, I think. That's the trouble. That's where I said, like, yeah, don't be a dick, but if you are a dick, hopefully you're changing for the better, and some other dick won't hold that against you in the future and be like, oh yeah, what about this thing you said 15 years ago? Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
And it's just something you said, and
Yeah.
you didn't actually break laws or whatever.
well, that's why I say, like, I just want to do this kind of comedy, which won't get me anywhere, but I love doing it though. And it's like, it's like, I feel like it's also a good way to stand out too. 'Cause I feel like everyone's doing the same. Like in the city, when I used to go to good comedy theater, everyone had the same type of act. It was like every white comic was like, they did one Trump joke, Then they had to do one joke about rap music, show like down black culture. Like, I was listening to Royce the 5'9" the other day to show like, hey everybody, I'm down with the blacks. And then they did like, it seems to make fun of white people. Like, you know what I don't like about white people they do? Because you're white and you say that. It was all
Crate
safe.
and barrel.
And then, so how do you stand out in this comedy game? I tell you, you do an interracial porn bit like me, where you bang a black chick around and go, I'm gonna tear this black pussy up like Thomas Jefferson. That's how you fucking
Like
switch up the
Thomas
game,
Jefferson,
baby.
I love it. I don't know. I think stand-up comedy is social commentary.
Yeah.
It's just you're just painting a picture for the world of how you perceive a certain issue, and you know what? If it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for having
Bill,
me.
thank you so much. Let's stand up and...
I will just
That hurt.
doff my hat to you because you touched your
Yeah,
balls.
this is the
So
He sacked it off my
I'm not
shirt.
touching either.
All right, there you go. All right, fucking, you're fine.
The Bill's gotta get
It's
home.
okay.
Sure you drive safe.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
He's like, I gotta drive
Thanks,
home.
guys.
Hey, Bill, let me buy you another shot. Let me buy you another shot, Bill, because you might be able to drive home safe.
I'm just driving down Route 1.
That's good.
Thanks,
But
fellas.
still,
Thanks.
careful.
Thanks, Will.
Thanks, Bill.
Appreciate it.
Bill Miller's awesome.
Bill Miller's Dick on Instagram.
Bill Miller's follow Bill Miller on Instagram and Twitter at Bill Miller's Dick, and he has one of the best Instagram pages on there.
Right now, the MGTOW lightning round. You're in the hot seat.
All right. Well, it's mostly Big Tal guy. One of the guys says one of you guys better give Josh a ride home. There's a bus stop right out there, and it's like I never been that drunk that like I fell off a bus. That would be fucked up to be like that drunk. I think one time I was on the shuttle bus before SEPTA started doing 24/7 on Friday and Saturday, and these people, I think they purposely fell off the bus on purpose just because there was grass right there. They jumped in the grass and started rolling around. It was weird.
Yeah, one of my mom's exes was on the bus when a car cut across the boulevard median and the bus stopped real hard and just tapped the bumper of the car like it didn't crash into it, but then instantly, my neck, my back. My mom's ex was like, calling them out for trying to get in a lawsuit for an injury, and 6 months later he's also contacted by the lawyer, and then he's claiming he has my back too. So
Jesus.
no better.
Yeah, that's why I say I like to have some control when I drink. Like I used to not measure my drinks, so now I measure. What I do is I take 3 or 4 sips of my vitamin water. And by the way, John likes the vitamin water. He was like, "This is really good. It doesn't sound like it tastes good with alcohol. I think you should. I recommend trying it because it doesn't have a lot of sugar in it, and for some reason it just tastes good."
See, I love sugary beverages. That's why my teeth are rotted out and replaced. But so to me, flavored water tastes like I always had my very responsible mother would make Kool-Aid, pitchers of Kool-Aid all the time growing up, tons of sugar, and so to me though, when you rinse out the pitcher though, and then just drink like the water in it, like that's what flavored water tastes like to me. It's just like an unwashed out Kool-Aid pitcher and stuff. Like there's just this hint of flavor, no sweetness, and it's just like why?
Yeah. Well, I think for me, I told you the story. I mixed Powerade with I know Powerade's the shittest thing to mix with, and I drunk it too fast, and I had cramps in my back, and I can't pick them.
Mix Powerade with what?
I mixed Powerade with some sort of bourbon. It was some sort of honey bourbon, something that already had its own flavor, that already had sugar. I didn't need to mix, and I drank it too fast through a straw, so I kept going, and it felt like I was going to puke, but I didn't for like 2 hours, and I tried to walk it off, and I had a cramp in my back. So, and I could mix up Coke like with vodka, but for some reason Amsterdam vodka, the vitamin water, it has just enough sugar. It doesn't seem like it does because it's supposed to be low calorie, but it tastes really fucking good, and that's what I've been doing last year. But anyways, I like to have some control of it, especially when I go out, because when I used to get really drunk, like some guy he put his fist in my back or something, and I was like.
Was he trying to like mug you and say?
No. It was in a crowded bar. He was trying to get by, but he kind of put his fist to my side, So I kind of gave him a push. I was like, don't fucking touch me like that. And he was like, he got in my face. And we weren't going to fight. And I knew all the bouncers there. But if I was sober, I would have been pissed, but I would have said anything. Because you know, you're a drink, you lose your judgment. Like, you say something, like, hey, get the fuck off me. So if I was too drunk in that situation, I might have slapped him and said, I might have violent, I might have pushed him, and then next thing you know, you're in a fight, and it's not worth getting into a fight over something stupid, like someone just, because people are going to push you and go, ah. I mean, if you go to some crowded douchebag bar like I do, people are going to push you. I mean, not push you physically, but they're going to shove you away. Then you got the touchy-feely people that they're trying to go by, and you try to move away from them, and they're still trying to touch you, like,
excuse me, guy, go.
and it's like, you don't have to touch me, I'm moving away from you.
I'm aware of
But we've gone 2 hours now. This might be the longest JoshCast live we've ever done. We did it. Thanks to Bill Miller. Thanks to Will Fitz for coming out.
Ask it why.
Ask it why. That's for another podcast, inside joke. But hopefully in 2 weeks, if I'm not working my stupid job on this night, if you have any questions or comments, put it in the comment section and we'll read it on the next podcast. That sounds too professional. But thank you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys.